Hey guys, it's me again, the Unique Goddess, and I'm back with another pick a card reading. Alright, so the topic that I've chosen to go with for today is, what advice do your ancestors or spirit guides have for you? All right, so that's what we'll be exploring, the advice from your ancestors or spirit guides. All right, and we have 3 different piles to choose from, all represented by these sacred or magical oils. Okay, so pile number 1 is Clear the Way oil. Okay, so obviously you would use this oil if you feel any blockages and you need it to clear the way. All right. Pile 2 is represented by this Open Road oil. Okay, so similar to pile 1, this is, again, if you feel a blockage and you needed some assistance to help you open up that road for you. Okay, so pile 2, this will be your pile. And pile 3, you will be Breakthrough. Okay, so again, similarly to piles 1, piles 2, and piles 3, similarly to piles 1 and piles 2, this is definitely if you need a breakthrough. Okay, if you've been feeling blocked or stifled or stuck in any way and you need a breakthrough, whether it be financial breakthrough, whether it be a mental breakthrough, maybe you're experiencing a mental block, etc. Okay, so all of these oils are very similar but slightly different in their own way. Okay, I don't know why I went for this theme, but maybe they have something to do with today's reading for you guys. Okay, so yeah, please choose your piles and I definitely will be back with your individual readings. All right, so pile 1, you've chosen the Clear the Way oil. So without further ado, this is going to be your reading. Thank you so much, pile 1. All right, so today's topic is, as I mentioned in the intro, what advice do your ancestors and spirit guides have for you? So I am just going to start with the first oracle deck. I'm just going to split the deck as a means of shuffling it, and then here we go. So Spirit, with these cards, please let us know, what advice do pile 1's spirit guides and ancestors have for them? Oops. Okay, you know what? I'll take those. This one says change. Okay, so immediately I'm getting a sense that you really want to change in your life, and something tells me that you're rushing things. That's what I'm getting with this card. It's like you're rushing and you're being impatient. So I'm getting a sense that maybe you need to slow down. Okay, yes, you want a change, but you do need to just kind of slow down and just be patient, I guess. Okay, but I'm just getting a sense that you definitely want a change. Not sure what kind of change it is. Maybe a change in your circumstances, maybe a change in your living situation, maybe a change in your relationships. I'm not sure what kind of change. Maybe even a change in jobs, right, or careers. But again, I'm just getting a sense that you may be rushing. Okay, and maybe you need to slow down. Okay, then this one came out. Okay, manifest. Okay, so I'm just getting a sense from this card here is that, number 1, you need to do some spell work. You need to start doing some spell work. It doesn't have to be complicated types of spells. It could be something just simple. Okay, something as simple as just blending some herbs, making some tea out of them, sitting down and sipping that tea slowly and just meditating, you know. And the way that you manifest from drinking a cup of tea is that, you know, as you're making the tea, you know, as the tea is brewing, you can say or you can think, you know, what you want to manifest over that cup of tea. Even when you're stirring the cup of tea, you can say your incantation or your manifestation, what you want to manifest. And then as you're drinking that tea, just picture it all happening, okay? But just be mindful, rest your mind, meditate, and learn to manifest, okay? So like I said, it could be simple spell work, simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, okay? And when I say spell work, I mean things that you do yourself, okay? You don't have to pay someone else to go and do it. Just do simple little things yourself. Like I said, cup of tea. As we see here, this fox creature has a huge teapot, okay? And they're in the woods and they're under a full moon. Okay, so I'm just thinking like, you know, maybe you need to just mix a bunch of herbs together, you know, and just, you know, drink that tea, you know. But as you're making the tea, as the tea is brewing, don't forget to speak or at least think what you want to manifest, you know, and, you know, that would work. That would work something for you, okay? You just got to believe, all right? And then we have C, okay? So speaking of believing, this is it. C, okay? So you have to believe in your own magic, okay? Some people are very physical, and some people say, oh, I don't believe in something unless I see it first. Well, how about if you see it first, see it in your mind's eye, see it in your heart, and then it may come to fruition, okay? So you have to believe, is what I'm seeing here. You have to believe in your own magic. And also, I'm getting a sense that it's almost like with this card, it's like they're working for you. They're already doing things for you. They're trying to communicate with you, but it's like you're not seeing because your eyes are closed, okay? You're not seeing them, okay? And also, you know, you have to show gratitude. That's another thing I'm getting. You have to show gratitude for the things that you've accomplished, the things that were already done for you by spirit. Show gratitude, okay? Because if you're not grateful for the things that you already have, then it's going to be harder for you to get more things, okay? If that makes sense. Just think of the spirits as operating just like us, okay? We don't like to give things to people that are ungrateful. We don't like to do things for people that are ungrateful and don't even say thank you and don't acknowledge, you know. So this is a sign that you need to start acknowledging things that have already been done for you by your ancestors and your spirit guides, okay? So I'm gonna get some clarification from the tarot, okay? So let me just split the deck. I know these ones, it's like they came out reversed, but I'm just gonna turn them upright because like I said in my last reading, it doesn't really matter that much for oracle cards because they're not tarot cards. For tarot cards clearly have a different meaning when they're in the reversed, but for oracle cards, they're the same. However, the emotions are different when it's in the reverse, okay? So yeah, with this one here, This one here especially has the strongest energy, and I'm thinking that you're rushing something, like you want something to happen really badly and you want it to happen really, really quickly. So I think Spirit is telling you to slow down, breathe, okay? Breathe and be patient. I just get that very strongly, okay? But we'll see what the cards say. So Spirit, okay, we got Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So maybe you're looking for some kind of new opportunity. It could be a new financial opportunity. It could be a new job, you know? But it seems like you're looking for like some kind of new opportunity. Page of Swords, you're waiting for news, okay? You're waiting to hear back from it. But one thing that I'm getting from the Page of Swords is like, be careful what you think, okay? Because you could be thinking the worst here. You could be thinking negative thoughts. You could be thinking something like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get it. You know, don't think that way. Do not think that way, okay? And also don't even question. Don't even think about it at all. But yes, you're waiting for some kind of message, and this is telling me that everything's gonna be okay with the sun, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. Please give us more clarification for this change card. What does this change card represent in this reading for Pile 1 when it comes to what advice do their ancestors and spirit guides have for our Pile 1 viewers? Okay, so 4 of Pentacles, okay? So you may want to save your money right now, okay? Save your resources. Hold on, okay? Hold on. Save your money, save your resources, okay? Don't be spending too much at this time. 9 of Pentacles, ooh, and Queen of Cups. So yeah, I'm just getting a sense, you know, from all of these 3 cards, you know, especially with this one as well, with the Queen of Cups, you know, just relax your emotions, and, you know, just kind of save what you have. Okay, I'm getting 2 messages here. Okay, one is financially. Definitely save what you have. Don't do a lot of spending. Do a lot of saving, okay? Because the 9 of Pentacles could represent someone who has a lot of money in their account, meaning that they saved it. Okay, so don't be spending off your money during this time. Not frivolously. I mean, you can spend it on things that you need to spend it on, such as bills, you know, important things, food, etc. But don't be frivolously spending. So that's what I'm getting. But I'm also getting, you know, relationship wise, okay? It's like you're being encouraged to be celibate. Yes, be celibate. That's the word. Be celibate. Okay, you're encouraged to be celibate here. Okay, so don't be giving up your body. Okay, don't be giving up your body. Be celibate. Just know that you are loved. Okay, just know that you are loved. You have a lot of love inside of you. So for some of you guys, for instance, you could have like you could have just broken up with someone, or vice versa. Somebody could have just broken up with you. Okay, and you could be like at a crossroads where you're wondering, hey, should I just move on to the next one? Okay, so if that's your situation where you've broken up with someone, and I'm just getting a sense that maybe you guys have broken up, okay, but maybe you guys have tried to work it out, especially you. Maybe you've tried to work it out with this person, but it's like you don't seem to be getting any results. You're not getting any answers. I almost said ancestors, okay? But maybe you're not getting any results. Maybe you're not getting any answers from this person, and you're wondering, okay, maybe I should just give up and just move on, right? So if you're in this situation, then the advice here would be like, no, you don't necessarily have to move on. Just wait. Okay, just wait. Just give this person some time to come around. Okay, don't rush them. Okay? Don't expect people to work on your timing. Okay? Because whatever happened between you guys, this person may need some time to heal themselves. So you can't rush them and be like, hey, I'm ready to get back together. Are you ready? You know, and they may not have an answer. They may not want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to plain out say no. So they may not have an answer for you. So that doesn't mean that you should be like, all right, okay, well, I'm just going to give myself to the next man. Like, no. Just be cool and just kind of wait. Just wait it out. That's what I'm getting here. Same thing for, like, you know, maybe you're waiting to hear back from a job, for instance, okay? Maybe you're in between jobs right now. Maybe you just left an old job and maybe you're waiting to hear back from a new employer about a job, okay? And maybe you think, yeah, I got this job. This job, it's in the bag. I got it. That's great. That's a great attitude to have, okay? However, at the same time, just still wait, okay? Save your money. Don't be spending it off, okay? And be patient. That's what I get from that, okay? So whether it be relationship or whether it be finances, there's just a period of wait for you right now is what I'm getting, okay? Bottom of the deck is justice, okay? So things will turn out right. You will gain justice in this situation. You will gain a sense of balance. You will gain a sense of equilibrium, okay? Justice will be served. So in other words, you're going to get the outcome you want, okay? The outcome you expect, the right outcome, okay? Definitely. So don't worry, don't fret, don't rush, okay? Now let's move on to the next card. Spirit, when it comes to this manifest card, please clarify what this manifest card means in this reading for Pile 1. When it comes to what advice do their ancestors and spirit guides have for our Pile 1 viewers. Please clarify what this manifest card means in this reading. Okay, Page of Cups. Okay, Page of Cups. So again, you're waiting to hear back, okay? Page of Cups. Page of Cups, pages usually represent messages, okay? And cups usually represent emotional messages, okay? It could be messages of love. But either way, I just feel like you're waiting to hear back from something or someone. And a lot of you guys could have love on the brain, okay? This could be a message of love. Yep, 7 of Cups. You're exploring some options here, okay? You're exploring many different options that you have available. You could be daydreaming, dreaming, okay? Then we've got the Devil. Ooh, okay? So the Devil could speak about temptation, okay? All different types of temptation. It could be lust, because remember I spoke about this one here, and I said that you should remain celibate, okay? That's what I got here, okay? So this could represent lust, okay? So again, for those of you who are thinking about a relationship, okay? You could be waiting to hear back from someone that you're interested in, okay? It could be, like I mentioned it for this first card here, it could be someone that you recently broke up with. You guys just recently broke up and you want to hear from this person because you're trying to work it out and you guys are in some kind of limbo and you know, you want to know what's going on. You want to know if you should pursue this. Does this person really like me back? Does this person feel the same way about me? Should I continue to pursue this person and let them know that I like them, let them know that I'm interested, or should I explore my other options? Okay, because there's this other person here that really wants to have sex with me, okay? And this person is really tempting me, okay? So I want to know, should I stay, you know, and wait it out with this person that I'm interested in, or should I go with this person who really wants me and I want them too, okay? This person's really sexy. I want them too, okay? So I'm exploring all my options, okay? So yeah, definitely if you're in this situation, then Spirit is saying wait, don't necessarily go to this, okay? Because this, it looks sexy, it looks great, it looks like it'll make you happy, it looks like it'll calm your cravings or whatever you call it, but remember, it's the devil, okay? And nothing good comes out of dealings with the devil, okay? And also with this card here, there could be a chance that you're not seeing things clearly, okay? There could be a chance that you're not seeing like all of, like, for instance, okay, let's say it's not about relationship. Let's say this is about a job or something like that, okay? And maybe you're wondering if you should like stay at the current job or go to this new tempting offer that someone has given you. Somebody give some I'm so sorry for stuttering, but somebody has given you like an offer that's tempting, for instance, okay? And you're considering it. You're really considering it. You really want to go for this offer. This could be the warning that you don't have all of the information, okay? And the devil usually comes with tricks, okay? So this could be a trick here, okay? They could romanticize everything and say all these great things and say, yeah, you can get it, just sign the contract. But this could be an indication that you're not reading the fine print in the contract, okay? Because the Seven of Cups represent illusions. It represents a time when you're not thinking straight, you're not in the right frame of mind, you're just kind of daydreaming, you know? So, yeah, when it comes to what your ancestors and spirit guides want to tell you right now is, I really do think that they're saying that some kind of offer, and again, this is an offer, right? Or an opportunity, some kind of offer that you have, okay? It seems really, really tempting to you, okay? Whether it be relationship, whether it be finances, I'm seeing both here, okay? But it seems really tempting to you, but you need to take some time and just think it over in the right way, okay? Don't make any moves. Don't make any rash decisions. Just take some time and think it over, okay? Because, like I said, there's a good chance that you may not have all the right information. There's a good chance that there could be some kind of trick involved, okay? So don't rush into anything, although it looks nice. It looks nice, it sounds nice, but yeah, like, don't rush into anything right now. Just think it over, okay? Just kind of think it over. Take some time to manifest. Think things over. Pray about it. Do whatever you need to do, but just don't rush into it, okay? The lovers, exactly. So you have a choice to make, okay? There's some kind of choice that you have to make, and you're kind of in the crossroads, okay? Should I stay or should I go? That's what I'm getting. It could be, like I said, a job. It could be a job opportunity, or it could be, as it shows here, romance. Okay, but definitely you do have a choice to make. And Spirit is saying, in other words, your ancestors and your spirit guides are advising you, don't rush into this choice. Don't rush into it, okay? It could be regarding some kind of breakup, okay? Some kind of situation that suddenly happened, okay? The other bottom of the deck is strength, okay? So again, this is an indication that you have to tread lightly. You have to be mature. You have to control. This is about having self-control, okay? Control your emotions. Don't be rash. Don't be hasty, okay? Just tread lightly, okay? Control your emotions. I'm starting to get a sense that this is definitely, I don't always want to say relationship all the time, but I'm just getting a sense that this could be a relationship, okay? Like I said, you could have just broken up with someone, or vice versa. They could have just broken up with you, okay? And I feel like, you know, you're in, like I said, you're in a crossroad stages of Okay, you have two choices, okay? Either you want to stay and work things out with this person, although it's taking a long time. Okay, it's taking a long time. This person's dilly-dallying. They're not being direct. They're not being quick enough for you. Okay, so you're deciding whether you should stay and work things out with this person, or should you go with this new person. There's a new person in the mix that is tempting you. Okay, sexy person. Okay, but it could be a job as well. It definitely could be a job as well, but you have a choice to make. Okay, please take it how it resonates. It could be both. It could be both for you guys. Maybe you guys are experiencing a lot of changes in your life, like more than one. Okay, oh my god, I forgot to show you guys the bottom of the deck for this deck here, the oracle deck that we started out with. It says love. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this says love. Okay, so that answers my question right there. This is about love for a lot of you guys watching. Okay, this is about love. It's either relationship love, or it could be love. It could be something like, maybe, okay, for instance, it could be, you know, loving what you do for work. For instance, maybe you're at a job right now and you love what you do. You love this job. But then there's this new job that seems to pay more. Okay? And you're wondering, should I leave this job that I love doing and go for this other job that pays me more? You know, it could be something like that. But definitely you have a choice to make. Okay? And I do feel like it's in love. Look, underneath love, we have companionship. Okay? And underneath companionship, we have guidance. So yes, okay? Wow. That's amazing. So yeah, I just feel like you're in a crossroads right now and you're just trying to decide which way to go. Okay? Should I go back to my ex because I really love my ex and I really want to work things out with my ex? Or should I just move on and be with this new person who wants me? Okay? But Spirit is saying, just take some time out right now and be celibate. You don't have to rush and go be with a new person. Okay? You don't have to rush and go and be with the ex. Like I said, everybody heals at their own pace. Okay? You have no right to rush somebody to make a decision. You have no right to rush somebody to be with you. Like, slow down. Okay? So yeah, that's what it's saying. That's what your spirit guides and ancestors are saying to you. Let's clarify the next card here. Please clarify what this card represents in this reading for pile 1. This C card. What does this card mean when it comes to what advice your ancestors and spirit guides have for you, pile 1? What does this C card represent? What does pile 1 need to see? Please show us, Spirit. What does pile 1 need to see when it comes to what advice do their spirit guides and ancestors have for them? Sorry. What does pile 1 need to see, Spirit? Please show us with these cards. What does this C card represent here? Okay, the Lovers. Okay? The Lovers. Okay? So I feel basically with the Lovers card, maybe you're not seeing how loved you are. Okay? Maybe you're not seeing the love. It's like you're expecting more. You're not seeing that somebody loves you. That's what I'm getting here. You're not seeing that someone loves you. So with this card here, I'm just getting a sense that, again, you're impatient, okay? Maybe you feel like you've been single for a while and you just want to be with someone, okay? You want to be with someone so quickly. But like this is saying that, you know, love is already there. Let me see what this one says, because this one also fell out. It says the moon, okay? Exactly. With the moon card, the moon often represents, you know, darkness. It often represents illusions. It often represents, you know, a time where your mind may be playing tricks on you. You don't know what to believe, you know? So I just feel like this is saying that, you know, you need to see that somebody already loves you. We got the Empress, okay? And then we got Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, I'm getting a sense that you're gonna hear some exciting news soon. I feel like someone is going to contact you soon with some kind of exciting news. Okay, let's see if we can get some more. Okay, let's get some more clarification here. Please give us more clarification for the C card. What does Pile 1 need to see when it comes to what advice do their spirit guides and ancestors have for them? This one says Six of Swords. Okay, so Six of Swords definitely represents moving on, okay? It definitely represents moving from a really turbulent situation into calmer waters, okay? Definitely talks about escaping something horrible and, you know, being home free. So Six of Cups and Page of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that what you're not seeing is that this person that you have, please take it how it resonates, okay? Because like I said, I feel like for you guys, Pile 1, you have a choice in love, okay? You have a choice in love, okay? And I feel like you guys maybe still hung up on your ex, okay? You guys have broken up with your ex, or vice versa. Maybe your ex broke up with you. And I have a feeling that you guys still want to be with this ex, okay? And I have a feeling that you guys have been trying to work it out with your ex, but you're not getting any results. You're probably not getting any answers from that person, okay? So you're on the verge of giving up. You're on the verge of saying, okay, well, you know what, screw them, I'm gonna move on to the next, okay? Because I have tons of guys here or tons of females here that want me, okay? And I'm ready to explore those options. I'm ready to go and, you know, be lustful. I'm ready to give into temptation of lust or whatever, right? Spirit is saying, no, hold on, like, don't be so quick, because what you're not seeing is that this person loves you. And by this person, I'm speaking of your ex, okay? I'm speaking of your ex, but you got to give it time to heal, okay? With the Six of Swords here, you got to give it time to heal, okay? Because the Six of Swords could definitely represent mental healing, mental and emotional healing, okay? Because if you think about traveling by boat, which is usually what every Six of Swords has, usually, not all, but usually the Six of Swords has someone traveling over water, okay? And we know that traveling over water is the slowest form of travel there is, okay? So this person needs some time to heal, right? But they still love you. That's what I see here. They still love you. They just need some time to heal, because this person, they're like a little bit like scared or traumatized because you guys had a turbulent past, okay? You guys had like a rough, rocky past. I don't know what happened between you guys, but there was something that happened in the past, and this person just needs to like heal and move on from that. And then yes, definitely they will come back to you, okay? Because this person still has a lot of love for you, okay? Page of Swords. Right now, like I said, They could be putting up like a front. They could still be mad at you. This person could still be mad at you on the outside, but that doesn't mean that they don't love you. Okay? But definitely they need some time to heal and move on emotionally and mentally. I don't mean move on physically from you. I mean move on emotionally and mentally, as in heal. Okay? Because like I said, something happened. Okay? There was like a scary situation that happened between you guys in the past. And this person just needs some time to heal. So what you need to see and what you need to realize is that you both still love each other. There's still love there. This person still chooses you. Okay? But like I said, with the Six of Swords, they just need that time to heal because they still have, like, I guess you can call it mental trauma or something like that, you know, that they need to heal from. Okay? So you need to give it some time. All right? Let's get more into the other oracle decks that I have prepared for you. Pile 1. Oops, I think I opened that the wrong way. Did I? Okay. Anyways, so let me just... Excuse me. All right. So, please let us know. Okay. This one says divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune. Yeah. So I'm also getting a sense from this card right off the bat. I'm just getting a sense, again, you're rushing. You're rushing. You want to know what's going to happen so badly. Okay, so maybe you've been doing divination, okay? Maybe you have been doing it yourself, or you have been like maybe watching tarot readings or things like that to try to find out what's going to happen in the future because you're rushing. Okay, I just feel like you're rushing with this and you're trying to find out the answers very, very quickly, okay? It says the crane bag. Sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, choice, yes. So you do have a choice to make here. You're wondering if you should declutter, you know, which is like get rid of the old and in with the new, or whether you should keep the clutter, okay? And sacred ocean medicine, like, again, you're trying to heal, okay? Somebody needs healing in this. Somebody needs time to heal. Maybe you do as well, not just the other person, okay? And then this one says divine sensuality, making love, erotica. So yeah, maybe a reason why you're so impatient here is because you haven't had some in a while and you're like feeling super horny and you're like, damn, I need some. And there's this new person that wants to give me some, you know, but I don't want to just jump and go to that person if I know that my old person that I want to be with wants to be with me, because I know that if I go and be with this new person behind this old person's back and then I get back with this old person, it's going to cause problems. So I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know, like, does he or she want me back? Or should I just go on and have sex with this new person? But yeah, divine sensuality, making love, erotica. So yeah, part of the reason why you're so impatient and why you're rushing is probably because you haven't had some in a while, okay? Homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, settled, okay? So it's interesting how I see a turtle here, a sea turtle. So I think that, once again, you know, this represents, it's so funny because when a turtle is on land, they move very, very slowly. But when they're in the water, they're actually really, really fast, okay? So yeah, but anyways, with this card, I just get a sense of, like, you just want things to happen quickly, okay? And also, with the Homeland card, I'm just getting a sense that, like, perhaps the reason why you're so in love with your ex is because maybe you guys used to live together, or maybe you guys had such a close relationship that it feels like home, okay? And you guys had like a really good connection. It says building, it says settled, okay? So you guys were, you were just settled with this person, okay? You felt like this was your person. This is it. This is the person I want to be with, okay? You guys, I don't know, like there's like a power couple dynamic. There's even a twin flame dynamic between you guys, where it's like you feel that you guys are kindred spirits, okay? Because we see here this mermaid is swimming alongside with this turtle, and it seems that they're in sync, okay? So I feel like, again, that's why it's so hard for you to let go of this person, is because this person felt like home to you, okay? You guys had like a great foundation for a connection. You guys probably could have even lived together. This person could be your twin flame. Doesn't mean that you guys look alike, but you guys are in sync in terms of your energies, okay? So yeah, that's why you don't want to be so quick to leave that person, your ex, okay? This one says sisterhood in the reverse, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, delight, okay? So again, you guys had a great friendship. You guys were allies. You were compatible souls, you know, but something turned the connection upside down, okay? And I'm just getting a sense that one of you may have cheated. I don't know if you cheated or the person cheated, but somebody definitely cheated here and turned this connection upside down. I'm thinking, no offense, Pal One, please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm getting a sense that you cheated here. And that's why it's taking this other person a while to get back to you. It's taking them a while to heal. Okay, remember we saw the Six of Swords. It's taking them a while to heal, because once you've been cheated on, it's hard to just up and forgive the person, okay? It's hard to just get back and pretend like nothing happened, okay? It says loyalty right here in the reverse. So somebody was disloyal in this connection, and so it robbed the connection of joy and delight, okay? Bottom of the deck, it says Song of the Siren. The call, summoning, voice to acknowledge, okay? So again, this is letting me know that you have some kind of temptation here that's calling you. Because what are sirens known for? Sirens are known for having beautiful voices that they used to lure the fishermen out with, okay? They used to lure them only to destroy them. Okay, so somebody was lured out. Somebody was lured away by a siren here in this connection. And I'm thinking that it was you. I'm so sorry, Pal One. Okay, but please don't take my readings the wrong way. Okay, so that's why, if it was you, that's why you need to give it time. Give it time for that person to heal. Okay, you still love them. They still love you. But they need that time to heal. You can't rush them. Don't rush them. They need that time to forgive you. And I'm talking about real forgiveness. I'm not talking about the fake forgiveness that's just in words. They need to forgive you because somebody fell into temptation here. Okay, somebody listened to the call or the summoning of a siren and they got lured away. Okay, and they got caught up in a third-party connection that ended up ruining the connection between them and the person they love. Okay, so it's not that the person doesn't love you, they just need time. Okay, we also have these two that came out. Receptivity, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. Okay, and then we also have wave of power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. Okay, so definitely you wanna hear something back from this person. Okay, you feel like you're not being received. Okay, you feel like there's no receptivity. Like you literally feel like maybe perhaps you've been calling this person, perhaps you've been leaving messages, perhaps you've even been sending gifts, and maybe you haven't heard anything back from them. Okay, and it's becoming discouraging to you. okay? But your ancestors and your spirit guides want you to not be discouraged. Your ancestors and your spirit guides want you to know to just please be patient with this person, please, because they still love you, okay? They just need time, okay? And also, of course, when you hear back from this person, of course you're gonna feel a wave of power, okay, a surge of power, upswinging energy, exhilarating movement. But right now, because you haven't been hearing from them, you're down. You're down, you're depressed, you're lonely, you're even horny, okay? So yeah, okay, bottom of the deck is guide. It says a guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally, okay? So maybe you need to, you definitely need to hear from your spirit guide. You need some form of guidance. And again, song of the siren, okay? So another thing I'm getting here is that maybe you received advice from the wrong person, okay? Maybe you received guidance, mentorship from somebody who you thought was trustworthy, but they were not, okay? Maybe you did. Maybe someone came along, some other female came along, because pile 1, I'm getting a sense that you're a male, okay? I'm getting a sense that I'm reading this for a male, okay? So I'm thinking that you trusted this female. You thought that she was a trustworthy ally. So you would go and talk to her. And probably you were looking for advice. And one thing turned into another and you ended up cheating. That's kind of like the Usher song. You make me want to leave the one I'm with and start a new relationship with you. Because there's a part where he says, you were the one I used to run and talk to when me and my girl was having problems. So it was like a situation like that. Like you thought, I mean, she was the opposite sex. She's a female. But for some reason, you thought that you thought that you can trust her. So you went to her and told her things about your connection. Possibly you needed some form of guidance. And she, pretended that she was like, oh yeah, I'm here to help you. Oh yeah, don't worry, you can listen to me. But really she had alternative motives, okay? Her alternative motives were to lure you away and seduce you, okay? So, yeah. So that's why. That's why this person, your ex, is taking time to heal, because there's a great sense of betrayal, okay? Alright, so Spirit, please clarify this divination card. 7 of Pentacles, okay? 7 of Pentacles is the card of you reap what you sow, okay? So again, this card tells me about being patient, okay? As we can see here, she has this tree in her garden and it's bearing fruit now. Okay, it's bearing some prosperous fruit. She has her empty basket. She's ready to pick those fruit. She's waiting for the right chance to pick the fruit, because she's bearing fruit now. But as you know, it takes time, right? It takes time for the fruit to bear. Okay, you don't just plant something one day and then the next day the tree is full like that. It takes time, right? So yeah, this is an indication that you and this person, or you and your ex, I just feel like you guys are definitely going to get back together. Okay, all the signs are there. Perhaps you don't see them, as we see from this card here. Perhaps you don't see those signs, but the signs are there. Okay, this person's growing. They're growing, what do you call it? What's that phrase? Growing, I don't know, but let's just say their feelings are growing, okay? Because with this card here, with this receptivity card in the reverse, I feel like you've been trying to like talk to this person. You've been trying to, like, I think even send them gifts, and you feel in your mind, you feel like, oh, that's not going anywhere. But really and truly it has. It's been growing, okay? And the time will come very soon where you get to harvest and you get to you'll get to see the fruit of your labor, but also get to partake of them, okay? Seven of Wands. Okay? So for some reason, I'm just getting a sense that you feel blocked and you feel like there's a challenge for you right now, but you feel blocked, okay? Maybe you feel blocked by this person, but trust me, like, this is basically saying I feel like you're going to get back with this person, okay? But again, like I said, everything takes time, all right? Please clarify this homeland card for us. When it comes to what advice do your ancestors and spirit guides have for pile 1, what does this homeland card represent? The Star. Exactly. Okay? Exactly. This is further indication things are going to be okay between you guys. Okay? Be optimistic. Okay? I just feel like you're thinking the worst and you're fretting. Okay? You're fretting and you're possibly thinking that, oh, she's already moved on too. She's already moved on to somebody else. But no, that's not the case at all. Okay, that you probably think that's why she has you blocked, because she's dating other people. But no, it's because she's healing. Okay, and she's taking time to really heal, to meditate, etc. Okay, and you need to just be optimistic as well too. Okay, be optimistic and just think positively and have faith. Okay, bottom of the deck, Page of Swords and Ten of Wands. Okay, so yeah, you're just like I said, you're thinking the absolute worst. You're thinking the absolute worst, but the thing about it is it's not as bad as it seems. Okay, because again, you're not seeing what she's doing behind closed door. You're not seeing how she's feeling, and really how she's feeling is that there's still love there. Okay. All right, please clarify the receptivity card for us and the wave of power card. But first, the receptivity card. When it comes to what advice do pile 1's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What is this receptivity card? What does it represent here? Who is not being reciprocated? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So again, I feel like you made some kind of offer to this person. Okay, you probably made some kind of offer and it's either she turned it down or it's delayed. So again, you're feeling the absolute worst. Oh, she doesn't want me. Oh my God, it's over. Oh my God, she's gonna move on. I feel like you're thinking the absolute worst when really it's not even that bad. Okay. Look, the Sun, you see? This is like the most positive card in the tarot deck. This means everything is going to be okay. There's going to be brightness. There's going to be vitality. There's going to be new life. Okay? Everything's going to be okay. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't have to work so hard. That's what this is saying. You don't have to work so hard. Stop fretting. Stop making yourself miserable trying to do the most. Okay, please give us more clarification for this. Actually, please clarify the wave of power card in the reverse. Please give us some clarification for this wave of power card in the reverse when it comes to what advice do pile 1's ancestors and spirit guides have for them. What is this wave of power card in the reverse? What does it mean for us in this reading? And if you're not a male pile 1, I sincerely apologize, but please take it how it resonates, okay? Yeah, Page of Swords. You see how intimidating he looks? This Page of Swords looks so intimidating. So again, what I get here is that you're waiting for an answer. You're waiting for an answer, and for some reason, I'm just getting that you're expecting the worst. You definitely are. You're expecting the worst. You think that this person's so mad at you. Okay, you may think this person hates you, they don't want to talk to you, and you know, maybe they don't right now. Maybe they do hate you right now for the time being, but that doesn't mean that that they're always going to be like this, okay? And also something about truth here. Somebody's expecting the truth, or maybe they learned the truth about a situation and that's what has them so upset. Okay? But yeah, you're curious. You're curious to know what the decision is because you're waiting on some kind of a decision and you're very, very curious to know what the decision is. Okay? Yep, Knight of Swords. Yep, Knight of Swords. You're very, very, very curious, and you know, but whatever the decision is, it's going to make you extremely happy. Yep, Ace of Wands. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you're going to be so happy when you hear back from this person about the answer, because I feel like you gave them like an offer with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. You gave them an offer. Like, maybe you gave them a ring. You know, maybe you proposed, you know, or even something just like a promise ring, okay? And you're like, you know what? I don't know. You gave them some kind of ultimatum, you know, and you're waiting to hear back. You're waiting to hear back, but for some reason you're thinking the exact, you're thinking the worst. You're thinking this person hates you, they're mad at you, they don't want to talk to you, and you're being anxious. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be very happy, okay? You're gonna be happy because the answer is definitely gonna be positive, okay? We have a couple more decks for you, pile 1. I don't mean to drag out this reading, but I just need to get as much information as possible so that we can give you a really good, complete picture of what's going on, okay? Okay, I'm only going to take one from this deck. One card from this deck. Okay. All right, so Spirit, with these cards, please show us, what advice do pile 1's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What advice do pile 1's ancestors and spirit guides have for them right now? Please let us know. Okay. All right, so more than one came out. Urzuli Dantor, etheric chords. Okay, so again, this makes me think that you're wondering if you should cut the cords. Okay, and I think the answer is no. This one says Aizan miracles. Okay, so you got to believe in miracles, okay? Like I said, because you're thinking the absolute worst. You're thinking, oh no, how could she ever forgive me? You know, I betrayed her, and you know, you're thinking the exact worst. But what you need to do is you need to believe in miracles, okay? You think that it will be a miracle for her to get back with you, okay? Because you fell into temptation and you were disloyal. But just don't worry, okay? And this one says giving and receiving. All right, so yeah, just keep on giving, and there will be balance, equilibrium, justice. Okay, bottom of the deck, Sarah Lacali, divine lineage. Okay, and sacred lust. Okay, so let me just get right into the clarification because I don't want to make this reading go on for too long. Pile 1, I'm just going to get right into the clarification for you, okay? So when it comes to what advice do pile 1's ancestors and spirit guides have for them, please clarify this Urzuli Dantor card, Etheric Chords. What does this card represent in this reading for pile 1? Please let us know. Yeah, I feel like you're wondering if your ex has cut the cords, if she's moved on. Yeah. Sorry, my nose keeps itching me. I'm so sorry, you guys. You're wondering if she has cut the cords. Okay, and also, like I said, you're thinking that she's really mad at you. Look, the Fool, okay? So you're kind of wondering what's going to happen, okay, in the future. But you definitely want a new start, a new beginning, a new adventure. Yeah, and you're kind of like, again, you're indecisive. That's what I see here. I feel like you're indecisive. Because he's like that. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, he's like wondering, okay, what should I do? Okay, this is like a clean slate. This is like a clean slate for you, and you're wondering, what should I do? Should I cut the cords and move on? Or should I remain? Okay? Because you're wondering if she's done the same thing too. Has she cut the cords and move on from you? Or is she still remaining chaste? Okay? You're wondering if I should take a leap of faith with a new person? Or should I should I take a leap of faith and remain faithful? You're kind of at a crossroads and wondering what to do. Page of Wands. You're waiting for an answer. And Page of Swords. So I keep seeing a lot of pages in this reading, pile 1. So this could be someone that you have kids with. Okay? Especially when I see this card. This was confirmation for me. I was thinking it all along, but I don't like to always say the same things in my readings all the time. So I was not saying that one. But yeah, I do feel that maybe this is someone that you have kids with, and this is why it's so important to you. Right? This is why it's so important to you to know what's going on. Like, you need to know what's going on in this connection. Are we staying or are we going? Like, that's what you want to know. Okay? And you want to know how she feels. Does she still love you? Is she seeing someone else? Has she moved on? 3 of Swords. Okay? So, yeah, there's a separation between you guys. And 3 of Swords. Somebody's still heartbroken here. Okay? She's still heartbroken. Okay? And there's confusion on both sides. Maybe not on her side so much, because I think that she... Well, actually, maybe it is on her side, because she's probably wondering, like, okay, if he loves me so much, why did... Okay, so yeah, as I was saying before, you guys are in some form of separation right now. Okay, and she's still heartbroken, and perhaps you are too, and there's confusion. Okay, I feel like, you know, especially on your side, because you want to know what's going on. You want to know, like, are we going to work on this? Are we going to get back together? Or should I move on and go be with the girl that wants me right now? Okay, and there's confusion on her part too, because she's like, you know, he says he loves me. He says he's sorry. He says this and that. He says it was a mistake. But if he loves me all that much, why did he cheat on me in the first place? And if I forgive him, is he gonna go do it again? Okay, because to me, that's not love. To me, you know, if you really love someone, it should be easy to be faithful. You know? So she has all these decisions to make. But yeah, she's still heartbroken. Okay? Hanged Man, yeah, you're hanging in there. Okay, you're waiting for an answer. Okay, and it's punishment for you. It's punishment for you to be waiting this long, but you need to hang in there. You need to continue to hang in there and be patient. Okay, 9 of Swords. It's bringing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights, and her too. Her too. She has a lot of PTSD from that. Okay, but you need to be patient. You need to hang in there. Okay, so yeah, with this card here, she's also deciding whether she should cut it off with you and be a single mother, or whether she should give you a second chance. But it's not that easy. It's not that easy because she's still heartbroken. Okay? All right. Please clarify this Aizen card, miracles. Okay. This one says 10 of Pentacles. Okay? So, definitely you want your family back. You want your family situation to work out. And you need to believe that it will. Okay? Slowly but surely it will. I see a turtle down here. So yeah, slowly but surely. But you just gotta hang in there. Okay? Don't rush. And then 2 of Cups. Yeah, you gotta have faith that she'll come around. You gotta have faith that there's still love there. She still loves you. You're still her soulmate. You gotta have faith, okay? I'm also getting a sense that you guys work together. Like maybe there's like a family business involved, okay? Or maybe there will be when you guys get back together. Who knows? But I'm just seeing that, yes, you gotta have faith that everything will work out in your favor. You got to have faith that you'll get your family back. You got to have faith that you'll get your love back. You got to have faith that she'll turn around. I'm sorry, guys. My nose keeps itching me. Oh, my God. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so don't stress. Don't work too much. Yep, the lovers. There's still love there. And you got to have faith. Okay? You got to give her the time that she needs to come around. Okay? Please clarify this giving and receiving card. Ma'at. What does this Ma'at card represent in this reading when it comes to what advice do Pal One's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What does this Ma'at, giving and receiving card, represent? Oh my God. I just want to rip my nose off. What does this Ma'at, giving and receiving card represent? So I feel like it's saying don't stop giving, okay? Don't stop giving. Don't stop letting her know that you love her. Don't stop telling her that you're sorry. Just keep it going and just realize that it's going to come around. Like she's going to come around. I'm also getting a sense of like be lighthearted. Okay, you gotta be lighthearted. Don't put too much emphasis. Okay, don't rush. Don't be impatient. Don't be a brute. Don't rush her. Be lighthearted. Okay, be whimsical, and don't have any expectations. And also bear your heart on your sleeves. Okay, if you love her, don't be afraid to show her that you love her, because it's not going in vain. Okay, all of your efforts are not going in vain. She sees. Okay? Believe me, she sees. Remember this card here with the C? She sees. She sees all your efforts. She sees everything. Just because she's not responding right now doesn't mean that it's not sinking in and that it's not being processed in her mind and in her heart. Okay? So give us some clarification for this Ma'at, giving and receiving card. When it comes to what advice do Pal One's ancestors and spirit guides have for them when it comes to this relationship? I do believe that this is a relationship for you guys, a relationship reading. You know, you want to know if you should work it out with the mother of your children, or vice versa, the father of your children, or whether you should move on with a new person. Okay, nothing seems to want to come for this Ma'at, giving and receiving. Nothing seems to want to come out here to clarify. So I guess it may be saying that it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, here we go. The mood. Okay, so there's secrets, there's confusion. Okay, there's definitely confusion here, not knowing what to do. Okay, 8 of Cups, wondering if you should walk away. You know, should I follow my intuition, or should I walk away? Should I follow my heart? But which way is my heart leading me to? I don't know. Yep, Four of Wands. This is the card here. Four of Wands. Stable connection. This is definitely a reunion. Okay, this is a reunion. We see a mother and a child, and we see a father stepping in. Okay, the four pillars represent the foundation for something stable that's being built. Okay, so yes, again, like, you want to know if you should move on. You're confused. Both of you guys are. But just trust and have faith. Sorry. Trust and have faith that everything's going to work out. You guys are going to reunite for sure. The dragonfly here, dragonfly represents like rebirth. It's kind of like a rebirth. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. One thing you have to make sure of when you guys do get back together, you have to make sure that this other person is not in the picture. You have to make sure that everything is closed. Everything has been like completely cut off with that other person that you cheated with. Make sure there's no loose ends, okay? Yep, and then everything will work out once that happens. But make sure there's no loose ends with that person that you cheated with. Make sure it's completely done. It's completely cut off. There's no trace. There's no trails that this person could ever come back to you, and vice versa. Because you don't want it to mess up your connection. This is karmic. This is bad karma, bad luck. You know, you don't want that situation that you had with that other person to spill into your connection. So you want to make sure that you cut it off completely, you know, and cleanse yourself of it before walking away. Okay? Make sure of that. Okay? And then everything's going to work out fine. Everything's going to be amazing. Okay? Just have faith. Be positive. Have faith. Okay? So we're going to look into our last and final deck here. All right. So Spirit, what advice do Pal One's ancestors and spirit guides? I'm sorry. What advice do Pal One's ancestors? So sorry, you guys. My nose. It's itching me so badly. Okay. What advice do Pal One's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Please show us with these cards. When it comes to this relationship here that they're deciding on, what advice do you have for them? Okay. It says forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Exactly. So this is for both you and your ex, okay? Or your person, okay? Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So if you really want her to truly forgive you, you have to give her some time, okay? You definitely have to give time, because forgiveness, it's not easy. Real forgiveness is not easy. I mean, it's easy for anyone to say, okay, I forgive you. Okay, it's easy to forgive in words, but to forgive in actual actions, and to forgive in emotions, and to forgive in mind, which is to release all of the thoughts, the negative thoughts, release all of the negative emotions and heal from those things and truly forgive that person. It takes time. So that's what you have to keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind that number one, you have to forgive yourself. And number two, you have to allow her to forgive you. And if you're allowing her to forgive you, you need to give her that time to do so. Okay? So it says forgiveness. And then it says honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Yep. That is absolutely correct. Hold on, let me see. Where's my... Okay, here they are. So honesty is essential. So basically what that means is you have to always be honest with her, okay? Always be honest with her. If you want if you want her to truly forgive you and for her to truly trust you ever again, she needs to be able to trust you. She needs to know that you're being honest, okay? And I see him giving her like a rose here with a fairy on it. So don't ever stop showing her how you truly feel. I feel like you've been doing that, okay? You've been like trying to reach out to her, to tell her. I feel like you've been like sending gifts, and you're at the point where you're like, oh, what's the point? Like you feel like giving up. But this is saying don't, okay? If you feel that way, then don't stop showing it. Okay, she may have her back turned right now, but look at her face. It's like she's ready to turn around. Okay? So yeah, just always be honest. And remember that for when you guys get back together. Okay? This one says romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Exactly. That's what I just said. Don't stop showing her your love, okay? Don't stop being affectionate. Don't stop showing her attention. Just because she's not reciprocating it right now, it doesn't mean that she doesn't love you back. It just means that she's just taking time to heal, and you have to understand that, okay? So give her the time she needs to heal, okay? This one's reversed, but it says rest and relaxation is essential. Exactly. It says we all have a fundamental need to take a break. Exactly. You got to relax. Okay? Don't rush. Don't rush. Relax. It's essential. You need to rest and relax. And so does she. Okay? She's went through a lot. She's had a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tears, a lot of trauma. And she's probably resting in her bed too. She's probably curled up in the fetal position. She probably hasn't been outside in like days or weeks or whatever. Probably just crying and mourning. Okay? Give people time. Okay? And give yourself time as well. You also need to heal and rest. Okay? It's not the time right now to just jump into a new connection. Especially if it's someone that you cheated with. Okay, what does that show the person that you love? It shows it doesn't show them that you love them if you go and rush and go and give up and just go and be with the person that you cheated with. No. Okay, even if it's a new person, it just doesn't show that you love them. Okay? So yeah, you do have to rest and recuperate at this time. Rest and relax. Both of you do, and don't stop showing your love to this person. Always be honest and give her some time to forgive. And also forgive yourself too, okay? All right, so let's hear some final thoughts from the tarot, okay? Let's see some final thoughts from the tarot. Okay, Knight of Cups, exactly. So be romantic, okay? Show her how you feel. Take her out on a date. Offer to take her out, you know, on a nice fancy dinner. Take her out dancing. Woo her. Show your emotions. Show her how much you love her. And don't give up. Don't give up, okay? And don't be impatient. Don't rush, okay? Look, Queen of Pentacles. Look, she's being faithful to you. This is a sign that she's being faithful. The Queen of Pentacles is a very faithful, stable, down-to-earth woman. She's been waiting for you. That's what it seems like. Okay? And then Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay? Definitely you got to make sure you've ended things with that other woman. Okay? Because that's a karmic connection. Okay? That's not going to lead to anywhere but unhappiness. Look, the High Priestess. Okay? So you got to follow your intuition. Okay, follow your heart, follow your intuition. Don't necessarily tell people what you plan to do, okay? Especially this other woman that you used to confide in. Don't tell people. Just do it, okay? Just follow your heart, follow your intuition, pay attention to your dreams. Because I do feel that when I see this card, I feel like your ancestors, your spirit guides, they will be trying to send you messages at this time. And it's up to you to just hear them out and listen, okay? Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles, exactly. Reserve. This is the chance to reserve and hold on. Don't be so quick to go off to the next person, okay? And then the Hanged Man, yeah, hang in there. Be patient. Wait, okay? Just because nothing's happening right now, just because she's not, you know, like answering your calls or whatever the case may be, it doesn't mean that you won't get the answer one day. Look, Ace of Cups. Exactly. There's going to be a new beginning in love, okay? Look at all the different phases of the moon, okay? Look at all the different phases of the moon. So that means it's gonna take time. But you gotta have faith. Look, Queen of Cups. Okay? She still loves you. She still loves you and she's gonna come around, but you gotta hold on. Don't go off and give your resources or your energy or your body to anyone else. Just hold on and be patient, okay? Because she's gonna come. She's gonna come around. Okay? Alright, so that's where I'm going to leave the reading for you, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you received the answers that you were looking for from this reading. I really hope that you did. If you like this reading, please give the video a like. Please also comment and also subscribe if you haven't done so already, so that you can join me back here for my upcoming readings, okay? And don't forget, when you subscribe, you gotta hit the bell notification. I always stumble when I say that part. I'm really sorry. But you gotta hit the bell notification and you have to select all so that you will be notified each and every time I post a new reading. That way you won't miss a reading in the future, and I would definitely love to have you back here for all of my upcoming readings, Pile 1, okay? So thank you so much for coming and watching this reading. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for your lovely energy. I hope to see you back here again for my next readings. In the meantime, Pile 1, have yourselves a very blessed and beautiful day, and Namaste. Alright, thank you so much for joining me, Pile 2. You have chosen the Open Road Oil, okay? This is designed to open any roads, you know, that you feel may be blocked from you, okay? Alright, so without further ado, this is going to be your reading, Pile 2. That's to bring in all the good spirits, okay? All right. So, if you recall, today's topic is, what advice do your ancestors and spirit guides have for you? So let's check it out. Hopefully it's a different reading from Pile 1, okay? I'm just saying that right now. All right. Perfect. All right, so Spirit, with these cards, please show us, what advice does Pile 2's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What do Pile 2's spirit guides and ancestors have to tell them right now? What advice? What's Pile 2 needing advice on that their ancestors and spirit guides can help them out with? What advice do Pile 2's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Please let us know. Thank you. What advice do Pile 2's ancestors and spirit guide need to help them out with at this time? All right, finally, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, so this one says contentment, okay, contentment. All right, so Pile 2, maybe you're struggling right now in being content. Maybe for some reason you're not happy. I feel that perhaps you're not comfortable, and for some reason I feel like it's oh, sorry. Okay, I feel like it's like where you're living, you're not comfortable in where you're living for some reason. I'm just getting a sense that where you're living is not very comfortable for you. Okay? And like you're just not happy there for some reason, okay? So I'm just going to keep this in the reverse, okay? And then this one says love, okay? And it also came up in the reverse, so I'm going to keep it that way. And yeah, although it says love here, I'm also getting a sense of home, because I don't know if you guys can see clearly, because I know I still don't have a new lens yet for my camera, but you see this little elk. It looks like an elk or something. It's in there. It's cozy in this little spot here, and there's a lock here, and you know there's another creature here, but I'm just focused on this elk down here being cozy. Okay, so for some reason I'm just getting a sense, pal 2, that you may not be happy with where you're living, okay, for whatever reason. It could be because this sorry, I'm so sorry for stuttering, you guys, okay? This card talks about love. So it could be maybe you want to live closer to your person, or maybe you want to live with your person, or maybe you are living with a person, but maybe your place is like really cramped right now and you guys want something new. I don't know, but I'm just getting a sense, okay, from these two cards, that you're not really happy with where you're living right now. You're not really happy with the space. For some reason, you're not comfortable in it. You don't really love it, okay? That's what I'm thinking. This one says kindness in the reverse, okay? And then this one talks about change. So yes, you do want to change, for sure. You do want to change. This one says kindness in the reverse. So with this card here, I'm just getting a sense that maybe you don't have like a lot of money. Like, okay, maybe you do have like a place in mind that you want to move to, for instance, but you may not have the money. Okay, you may not have all the money that you need for it. And another thing I'm thinking is that maybe it's taking, you know, maybe you're thinking that it's going to take you some time to come up with the money. Okay, so for instance, maybe you're living in an apartment right now and you want to move into a house, you want to buy a house, and you're thinking, oh damn, you know, I got to come up with the down payment for a house, and you're thinking how long it's going to take you, right? And then yeah, with the change. So that's what I'm thinking with those two cards, pal 2. So let's get some clarification, right? So I'm just going to split the deck. And one more time. Okay. Oopsie, sorry. Alright, so Spirit, please clarify this contentment card, which came out in the reverse for pal 2. What does this contentment card in the reverse mean for pal 2 in this reading? We're asking, what advice do their ancestors and spirit guides have for them? So what does this contentment card mean? What does pile 2 need to be content about? Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man. Okay, so the Hanged Man definitely represents a period of waiting. Okay, it's a period of, you know, usually waiting for spiritual enlightenment, usually waiting for some sort of answer. But you're waiting, you're literally hanging in there, okay? Waiting for some form of answer, okay? Nothing's really going on right now, okay? So, yeah, maybe you're thinking things are moving too slow or things are not moving at all. And you're waiting for something, okay? The High Priest, okay? You're waiting for some kind of spiritual enlightenment. You're waiting for some kind of escalation. Not in a bad way, okay, but you're waiting to, maybe you're waiting for like a raise, okay? And also the Hierophant usually represents marriage, okay? So maybe you're waiting on that, okay? We've got 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So maybe you are single right now. Okay. Maybe you're single. Maybe you do have some money saved. 4 of Cups. But for some reason with this 4 of Cups, you're bored. You're not content. You're not happy. You're just bored. And you just want something better. 2 of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like you want to move. You want to move. Yep, you definitely want to move, okay? Please give us more clarification for this contentment card. What is this contentment card referring to? Is it referring to a relationship? Does Pal 2 want to get married? Look, 2 of Cups. Okay? So, yeah, it's something to do with partnership, something to do with relationship. Okay, Pal 2? One moment, please. Sorry about that, Pal 2. I just had to speak to my son for a second. So, so with the 2 of Cups, I'm thinking, you know, maybe you're in a relationship, okay? I don't know, but this one says you're single, so I don't know. But maybe you've been single for a while and you're longing for a partner, or maybe you have a partner and you're just longing to take things to the next level. You just want to move forward. You want to move onward and upward in the connection. And I do get a sense that it is a physical move. Like perhaps you guys are thinking of buying a home together. Okay? We've got the Wheel of the Year, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? So this is about good luck. This is about expansion. This is about moving forward in life. This is about, you know, positivity, like things going right. Okay? So yeah, like, and then we got the High Priestess in the reverse. Interesting. Okay, we got Page of Pentacles. So, Pal 2, it could be a little bit of both for you. Like, it could be an actual physical move that you're contemplating because you're not happy with where you are. But it could actually be a romantic move. Like, you want to move forward in your relationship. You want to move towards marriage. You guys want to buy a house together. Maybe you guys have a child together as well, and you're thinking about that child's future, you know. So maybe you're thinking it's time to move into a house, okay, from an apartment. Okay, all right, let's move on to this one here. Please clarify love. This love card that came out in the reverse. Please clarify what this love card means. We've got King of Wands, okay? So this King of Wands, he's very focused. This King of Wands is someone who strategizes, he makes plans, he makes goals, and he's really good with change, okay? He's really good when it comes to change. He heralds in change. Very brave, very bold, not afraid of change, okay? 4 of Cups, okay? Once again, here's that boredom, okay? Not content. And then 3 of Wands. Again, there's something that you're waiting on for the future. Okay, something that you're waiting on, that you're planning on for the future, something that you're excited about. Look, Queen of Wands, okay, she's the counterpart of the King of Wands. Okay, so here we have another couple. And then Page of Swords, this could be a child, okay? But this could also represent honest communication. And it could also represent someone who is... Okay, so what I see here is a couple, okay? King and Queen. Both of the same suite. You guys have a lot in common. Okay, but you guys are feisty, okay? You guys are feisty, so you guys may get into like some arguments. You guys may butt heads a bit, but it's all good. It's all good. You guys understand each other. You guys are both interested in each other. Oh, yeah, I was going to say. So I was going to say, when I saw this Page of Swords here, I was going to say, like, maybe you guys are on bad terms right now. Maybe you guys are arguing right now. Okay? Yep, Justice. Okay. So, yeah, this is about, like, you want to change in your connection, pal, too. Okay? There's someone that you love. This could be your spouse. Okay, you guys are both attracted to each other. You guys have so much in common. Okay? But you guys have a good relationship where you guys can be yourselves around each other. You guys can speak freely around each other. But at the same time, you guys butt heads. Because I feel like you both have strong personalities. You're both fearless. And I just feel like you butt heads. So anyways, when I see this at the bottom of the deck, this is telling me that you guys are not on good terms right now. You guys may be in a separation right now. And, you know, whenever you guys speak, I just feel like maybe you guys get into arguments. Okay? Alright. We're going to get into the other oracle decks to see what else. Okay? Maybe you guys argue over money a lot. And you guys may have like a child or children. Okay. All right, so Spirit. Sorry, my bad. Alright, with these cards, please let us know, what advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides? So we have Consciomancy, came out in the reverse. It says shell divination, wisdom of shells. Okay? So again, shell divination, consciomancy. So one of you or both of you need to do some form of shell divination. And again, when I hear the word shell, I'm also thinking of home, you know, because a lot of these shellfish, we call them shellfish, the shell is their home, right? So I'm also thinking about home here. Okay? Okay, I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna hold back. Okay. I'm thinking maybe one of you in the connection is an introvert. Maybe one of you likes to stay home, whereas the other one doesn't. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's one of the things that causes arguments in your connection. Because one of you likes to go out a lot, always out. The other one likes to stay home. Okay. This one says water flight, heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Okay? So there's some kind of burden here on you guys' connection. Yep, some kind of burden holding you back or holding you down. And then we also have the present, gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. So I'm thinking here again, like someone's a dreamer. Okay, one of you guys may be like more down to earth, more realistic, whereas the other one is pretty much the opposite of that. I don't know what you call that, maybe idealistic. And maybe one of you guys has their head in the clouds. Maybe one of you guys is a dreamer. And the reason why this might cause problems in your relationship is because, like, maybe somebody likes to invest in their dreams, like invest financially in their dreams or invest time and energy into their dreams. Whereas the other one who's more realistic and the other one who's more down to earth maybe they think that that's unnecessary and that's causing problems. Okay. So I'm thinking like, yeah, like one of you guys are, like I said, down to earth, anchor. Okay. Whereas the other one is more head in the clouds, dreamer, idealistic. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. But let's see if we can get more. All right, so, all right, these ones came out. Look, 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 look. It says dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. So yeah, definitely there's someone in this connection here that is more of a dreamer, and the other one that's more down to earth may not understand those dreams. They may think that you know, that you're being foolish, you're being unrealistic, you know, you need to just chill out. We can't spend all our money on this. You can't spend all your energy on this. It's kind of like that, okay? This one says coral's wisdom, colony. Okay, I'm going to have to turn it this way. Colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. Okay. So again, you know, works that are created over great periods of time. Like there's somebody here, like I said, this dreamer here could be a creative person. Okay. They could be working on a creative project that's been taking them a great deal of time. Maybe this creative project that they've been working on for years or for months or however long it's been, maybe it hasn't been, bringing in so much income, and so the other person may be complaining. Okay, the other person may be thinking, okay, you know what, I think it's time to give this up and start focusing on something more practical that's actually going to make us money, you know, because we're stuck doing this and we can't move forward. It could be something like that. Okay, this one says Imrama, wander voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. Okay. And then we have sisterhood in the upright, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. Okay. So with the Imrana card, you know, I'm thinking that definitely somebody wants to move forward in this connection. Like they want to move forward. Like I said about the moving card, you know, somebody wants to move forward with their life. Okay, not without the other person, because that's what we see here. Like you guys are going to stick together, okay, because you guys are compatible. But okay, I'm just going to be hypothetical here, okay? So let's say the male in this connection is the dreamer. Okay, let's say he has a dream. He's a creative person, whether he makes music or some kind of other type of creative art. Okay, but he believes in himself. He's very talented and you believe in him too. Okay, however, his talent and his creativity isn't paying the bills. Okay, you guys may live together. You guys may live in a small apartment together, and you as the female, you may want to move. You want to move forward. You want to buy a house. You're thinking of children, you know, and like you've been patient. You've been patiently waiting for something to happen. You've been waiting for this person's breakthrough or whatever, but it doesn't seem to be coming. And it's almost like you're tired and you want to encourage this person to perhaps do something else for now, something that's going to bring in more money so that you guys can accomplish your goals. It's something like that I'm sensing, okay? But when I see this card here, definitely you're not going to break up with this person. Like there's not a breakup, but there's just problems, okay? We see adrift, okay? It says letting go, allowing higher force to take charge for a time, okay? So maybe there was a breakup, okay? Maybe there was a breakup or a separation between you guys. However, with the sisterhood card, it's like you guys are still connected somehow, okay? And then this one here says soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction, okay? So it's interesting how we see a mermaid here, and she's helping this man who seems like he's drowning. She's helping him to get up to the surface so that he can breathe again. Okay, so it's in the reverse. So I just feel like maybe that's the argument between you guys. I feel like the male in this situation is the creative one, and he just wants you to believe in him. He wants you to believe in him. He wants you to endure for him. He wants you to just believe in him. Okay? But I don't know. It's like, I just feel like it's not that you don't believe in him. You're just more practical. You're just more practical, more realistic, more down to earth, and he's more the dreamer. Okay? Whimsical. Head in the clouds. Okay? Alright, so let's just get with the clarification. Alright, so please clarify this Consciomancy card for us that came out in the reverse. It says Seashell Divination, Wisdom of Shells. What does this card represent in this reading for Pal 2? Sorry. What does this card represent in this reading for Pal 2 when it comes to what advice do their ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What does this Consciomancy card represent? Okay, so we've got the Hermit, okay? So the Hermit represents wisdom. It represents taking a step back, taking time to think, taking time to heal. Okay, this is a time where you learn life's lessons. This is a time where you isolate yourself in order to gain guidance and wisdom from the divine. Okay? This one is Four of Wands, okay? Four of Wands represents celebrations, friendship. It also represents, like, to me, this card represents house and home. It represents family. This card could represent homecoming, okay? So I do feel that somebody is out there, okay? Maybe the male, maybe he left, okay? I do feel like you guys used to you guys used to live together. That's what I feel. And you guys had a great connection. You guys are highly compatible, okay? But he's out there. I feel like he's out there on his own, okay? He's out in the cold, okay? He's trying to figure things out. He's learning. He's being guided by his spirit. He's trying to figure things out, but at the same time, it's like he wants to come home. Okay, that's what's gonna make him happy. That's where his warmth is, because it's cold out there with him by himself. Okay, and he wants to come back home. Okay, but we've also got the Star in the reverse. Okay, so for some reason there's lack of hope, pessimism. Okay, so we've got the Fool. So I don't know what happened between you guys. Okay, but like, I feel like the male moved out of the home. Okay, and he wants to come back home with the Four of Wands. Definitely wants to come back, but for some reason we got the Star in the reverse. Like, for some reason, he doesn't think that's gonna happen or something, you know. But yeah, with the Fool, he definitely wants a new start. Okay, he wants a new start, a new adventure. He wants to take a leap of faith, wants to follow his intuition. Okay, let's move on. Queen of Swords. This one also fell out. The World. So, wow, it's like, I don't know. I'm getting two things here. I'm getting that perhaps he left to find success out there in the world. Because this talks about secular success out there in the world. And then the Queen of Swords. She's strong. But I see her with her hand like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's like he's out there trying to explore, trying to find success out there in the world. But it's like you would have him back. Maybe you want him back too, but then again I see the sword in your hand. So it's almost like you would have him back under certain conditions. Not sure what those are, but it's like, yes, you would have him back under certain conditions. Okay? Yep, the Fool again. And then Karma. Please give us more clarification for this Dreams card. We've got Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so someone's not making enough money here. Yeah, someone's not making enough money. He's not bringing home enough bacon or something like that. Ace of Swords. That is the truth. So maybe you gave him an ultimatum. Okay, maybe you told him, you know, go and get a real job. Okay, maybe you guys got into an argument, okay, and because you guys have such honest communication, you guys are both blunt, okay, so maybe you told him, you know, I don't know, I don't know how to put this, but let's say he's a musician. Maybe you're like, you know, stop doing that stupid ass music that you do every day, you're not making any money from that. I need you to get off your butt, get out my house, go and get a real job, and don't come back unless you have more money or something like that. I just feel like you were just very firm and you were very honest, but it came across as too firm and too strong. But it was, you know, the Queen of Swords, unfortunately, she has a bad rep because sometimes she could be taken the wrong way, okay? So it's not that you were wrong in what you said, but maybe it's how you said it that came across as very, very harsh, okay? But I know what I see here is that, you know, maybe you kicked this person out. Maybe you kicked this person out. You told them to go out there, get a real job, go find success out there, and don't come back until you have enough money. Maybe you said something like that. Okay, and maybe that was the end of the connection. Okay, this is confirming that that's the truth. Yeah, so he went off. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe he did leave you guys. Maybe he left your home to try to find some new job. Maybe he even left the country, traveled, you know. All right. We got Page of Cups. Maybe you guys are still in communication with each other, okay? Because that's what that means. The Page of Cups talks about messages, and it's usually messages of love, messages of feelings, intuition. Maybe you guys are still in touch, or this could mean that you have a child between you guys. Okay, it could be a daughter. Okay, and maybe that's the reason why you guys keep in touch, for your child. Yeah, but you guys are in separation right now, for sure. Okay, one of you guys or both of you guys are heartbroken right now. Okay? Please clarify this Coral's Wisdom card that came out in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Okay? So, again, this is the card of being single and celibate. Okay? This is also a card of stability, but it's usually stability by yourself. Like, you're single, you're celibate, you may have some money saved in the bank, and again, you're celibate, so you're not sleeping around with anybody else. So Yeah. And then 3 of Wands, okay? So somebody's looking forward. They're looking forward to, I think they're looking forward to seeing you. I feel like this person's looking forward to seeing you soon. Okay, maybe they did go off and make some money out there in the world and they have enough saved where they can come home. Okay, please give us some more clarification for this Coral's Wisdom card. It says colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. What does this card represent in this reading? When it comes to what advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? We've got the moon. Okay, so with the moon card, there is confusion, there is illusion, there's a sense of not knowing what to believe, not knowing where to go. There's just a lot of confusion. There's a sense of like your mind playing tricks on you, okay? Even a sense of danger. And the Magician, someone's manifesting here. It's very strange. So far what I see here is that you guys are in some kind of separation. Okay, don't know why you guys are separated, but I do think that it has to do with something to do with finances. Okay, somebody's a dreamer, whereas the other person seems to be more realistic, more down to earth. But you guys are in separation even though you guys both love each other. Okay? And for some reason, you guys seem to be still in good communication. But yet you're single. There's confusion. Someone's manifesting. Not sure why you guys are still apart then. Please give us more clarification for this Coral's Wisdom card. Seems like you guys have been together for a long time. Look, 10 of Swords. There was a painful ending here. Betrayal. Hitting rock bottom. Ace of Wands, but someone wants a passionate new beginning. That's just weird. It's like the both of you are apart, but yet you still love each other. So why can't you be together? Don't understand. All right, please clarify this Imrana card. It says Wander Voyage. Okay, King of Swords. Let's see if this was meant to be upright or reverse. Sideways here. Let's try again. Okay, upright. So this is a very fair and just man. Okay? But he's also very I was going to say rigid, but also like he makes sacrifices. Let's just put it that way. He makes sacrifices. He's willing to sacrifice his own happiness in order to do what's right. Okay? Yep, 2 of Wands. This has to do with traveling. And then Page of Wands. This is about exciting news. So it's almost like this person will be happy to travel towards you. He's willing to sacrifice his own happiness and cut something off in order to be with you. Even though it's going to be painful to cut that thing off, he's willing to do it. That is just, okay. Please give us more clarification. Please speak clearly here. Okay, why is this couple apart? Why is Pile 2 apart from the person that they love? What happened between them? Please show us. So we've got 8 of Wands. This is fast moving energy, travel, news. We've got Knight of Pentacles. This is slow moving energy. And then 9 of Wands. This could represent fighting, battling. This could represent being hurt and learning from that pain and putting up your barriers. So again, like, I'm just getting a sense that, like, someone wants to move and they want to do it quickly, whereas the other person seems to be taking their time. One of you guys could be like a fire sign. The other person could be like an earth sign. Earth signs are very practical. They consider all options before they make a move. They're more cautious as well, whereas fire signs are spontaneous, hasty, like they just like to move. So that could be the thing that causes a lot of arguments between you guys. Eight of Cups. This is walking away from something you love. Okay? And then Strength. So it's almost like you guys made like a mutual decision to break up because like you guys have like a disagreement. It's like one of you wants to move forward very quickly. It could be a physical move, or it could be a move in your relationship. Like maybe one of you wants to get married and have kids and so on, whereas the other person's like, oh, whoa, slow down, let's think about this a little bit. And then the other person, this person's like, think about what we've been together for so long, what more do you need to think about? And this person's like, but wait, like it's something like that. Okay, it's like a difference of opinion when it comes to a major factor in life, okay, that caused you guys to separate. And I feel like it caused this person to walk away, even though he or she, I feel like it's the male that walked away, okay, and he made the decision to walk away even though he loves you. King of Cups, yep, he still loves you and he's far away from you, but he's still thinking about you. Yep, thinking about marriage, like you make him happy. This person still loves you. Yep. Look, thinking about marriage. But scared. Yep. It's definitely, okay, so it's like you could be the fire sign and he could be the earth sign. We saw the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands in the beginning of the reading. So maybe you're both fire signs, but maybe one of you has a lot of earth energy in your chart. Okay, maybe the male does. And you are complete fire. You're fast, you're spontaneous, you want things now. And he's like, no, whoa, wait, hold on, I'm not ready for this. But when I see this card here, this one here, you guys have been together for a very long time, it seems, okay? Because it says, works that are created over a great period of times, colony, delicacy, fragility. So I feel like you guys have been together for a long time. So you're like, what more time do you need, buddy? And it's like you gave him an ultimatum maybe. And he was like, all right, you know what? You're trying to force me to marry you. You're trying to force me to commit to you, you know? And him being the stubborn, bold fire sign that he is, like, because I feel like I feel like you're both fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but one of you has more, you have a lot of earth in your chart as well, and that shows up, okay? So I feel like, he's like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not going to let you force me into this huge decision. And then you're like, okay, well, then you can leave. And then he left. He's like, all right, then I'll leave. Okay? So he's out there, out of your house, being single. Both of you are single. And you're both loving each other. But for some reason, it's like you guys just can't be with each other right now because of that situation. That's what it seems like. Okay? Please clarify the sisterhood card for us. When it comes to, we've got Ace of Wands. I'm going to take it just like this. It came out in the reverse. Hold on. Let me just make sure. All right. This one says upright. So, with the upright Ace of Wands, I just think that, you know, again, this person's passionate about you. And they want a passionate new beginning. This person wants, you know, they could be horny. They want to have sex. But Five of Swords, there's conflicts. There's arguments. Okay? Yep. And both of you guys are stubborn. Both of you guys, when you guys argue, it's like you both are in it to win. And because you're in it to win, I feel like those arguments can get brutal. Like you guys could hurt each other's feelings really bad. Okay? But yeah, this person loves you. But they're conflicted. Okay? They're deep in thought. They're conflicted. They want peace. They feel like walking away. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? Alright, so now that we have a glimpse of what's going on, let's see if we can get the advice. Okay? Okay. Oh, sorry. This one was here too. I'm sorry. All right. All right, let's get into this deck here. Hold on a second. Okay, let me just split the deck. And one more. All right. All right, so Spirit, what advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? All right, so we've got this card here, which is Jumbie masks. Okay, so one of you or both of you are wearing masks in this connection. Okay, definitely we saw the King of Cups there. Usually the King of Cups is someone who shows their emotions, so it could be you. Okay, the female in this connection that is wearing masks. Maybe you're acting a little bit too tough, because we did see you come out as the Queen of Swords. So even though you want the guy back, because remember the Queen of Swords was going like that, but she also had her sword up. Okay, it's almost like you want him back, but under certain conditions. And if that's you, then maybe you need to stop wearing masks. Maybe you need to not be afraid to be vulnerable in front of this person. Like, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to say, baby, I miss you. Baby, I need you. Okay? The place just hasn't been the same without you. Okay? We have Mawa Lisa, Cosmic Power. And what I get from this is that both of you guys work better together. Okay? You guys had like a really great connection. You guys complemented each other. So seeing one without the other is like having the sun without the moon, or the moon without the sun. It's just not, it's not the same. So it's like you guys need each other. You guys complement each other. You guys are better together. Okay? And it's like, also I'm getting a sense that like maybe you need to have faith in this person. Maybe you need to help him with his dreams, with his goals. Maybe you guys need to work together on that. Okay? And you guys, maybe you guys could be a power couple that way. Okay? And then I see pleasure. Okay? And just take a look at her stance. She's standing there with open arms. So again, this lets me to believe that you need to show a little bit more vulnerability. You need to show a little bit more love. You need to show him more love. You need to like welcome him with open arms. Okay? Show him a little bit more love. Okay? Let him know that you need him. Because I feel like you've been putting on this front and you've just been being a little bit too strong. Okay, everybody knows that you're a strong woman. This person knows that you're a strong woman. But sometimes there comes a time where you need to, like I said, be more vulnerable. Okay, and also with this card, I'm getting a sense of like sexiness. Okay. So maybe he wants you to be more sexy a little bit. Not too much, you know. Fearless love. Exactly. Fearless love. Don't be afraid to show him your love. Okay. If you know anything about Oshun, she is the Orisha of love. Okay. And she is a seductress. Okay. She's not afraid to approach a man and tell him how she feels about him. Okay. She's not afraid to be sexy and seductive. Okay. And I feel like this person wants a little bit more of that from you. Okay. They want a little bit more softness, a little bit more femininity, a little bit more sexiness. Okay. Ooh, oh yeah, storms. These two are these two are like, I don't want to say enemies, but they are always in opposition because they're so different. Okay, she's very much in her feminine, sexy energy. Oya is beautiful and sexy too, but she's definitely more on the masculine side. Okay, she's also an Orisha from the Yoruba tradition, and she is the goddess of the wind. They call her the spirit of the wind. So she causes storms, and she's a warrior. She's definitely a warrior. She fights with men. She's very strong. She's very powerful. Where she is feminine, she is dainty. Dainty. So these are two opposing energies, and I feel like you have the power to be either one of these. I feel more oftentimes you are Oya. Okay, I feel like you speak your mind. Okay, and you're just very powerful. Okay, I feel like you fight with this. You guys, when you guys get into arguments, you definitely do your thing. I feel like you fight with this person. Okay, you guys clash, but this person wants to see you be more like this. Okay, more feminine, more receptive, more sexy, soft, loving, you know. So that's what I'm thinking here. Okay, I think that's the advice that your ancestors and spirit guides may have for you. But let's see what the cards say. So spirit, please clarify what this Jumbi card represents in this reading for Pal 2. When it comes to what advice do their ancestors and spirit guides have for them, what does this Jumbi card represent? It says masks. What does this card mean in this reading? Who's wearing masks? Ooh, I saw the Queen of Swords wanted to come out. Sorry, the Queen of Wands wanted to come out there. Magician. Okay, so someone's manifesting here. Okay, so there's something that I feel like you need to. Okay, I feel like what this is, I feel like you're manifesting. He's also manifesting too. You're both manifesting a future with each other. I feel like you want this person back. And instead of being direct. All right, so yeah, I feel like you're manifesting him back. You want him to come home. But instead of being direct about it, you're just doing your own thing. Okay? However you manifest. Some people manifest by prayer. Some people manifest by doing spells, as what we see here by this magician. Okay? Some people manifest in their mind, okay? But instead of being direct to this person and saying, hey, baby, I want you to come back home, blah, 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 you're kind of doing it on the side. You're kind of not being direct about it. You're doing it on your own, I mean, rather than going and telling him, look, we got the Knight of Cups, okay? So yeah, you definitely do want this person to come back. Okay, and I feel you're both manifesting each other, but I feel perhaps like you're just not being direct. Exactly, look, Queen of Swords. Okay, definitely Queen of Swords. You want him back, but at the same time, you got the sword up. Okay, like you're still being strong. You're still putting up this like front. Okay, you're still being a little bit intimidating. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, he also wants to come home. Okay. Please give us more clarification. Look, 10 of Cups, okay? Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. You guys want to work on the connection. You guys want to work on the connection. You guys want to heal it. You guys want to make progress. You guys want to move on. You guys want to have an honest connection. Yeah, but it's like you're not being direct. You know, with the masks, you're not being direct. Both of you are not being direct. Both of you guys, the way that you guys are moving, you're causing confusion. Okay? You're causing each other confusion. Look, we've got the Hermit. Okay? So even though he wants to come back home, he wants to call you up and take you out on a date, he's out here. He's stuck out here. Yeah, you see that? Knight of Cups. This is how he's feeling. He wants to show you how he feels. He wants to come and give you this cup of love. Be like, baby, let's go out for dinner, whatever. But for some reason, he's stuck out here, isolating himself, out in the cold. You guys are like, both of you guys are like fronting, like wearing masks, pretending. I don't know why. I do not know why. Please clarify this Mawa Lisa card, Cosmic Power. When it comes to what advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What does this Mawa Lisa card? Look, 5 of Cups. One of you or both of you guys are in mourning. You guys are crying. You guys are missing each other. You guys are in pain. You guys are in regret, remorse. You're missing each other. But yet you won't let each other know. Look at that. 2 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. You guys had a great partnership. You guys feel like you guys were meant to be with each other. You're highly compatible. Marriage. Okay? I feel like you guys want to take the relationship to the next level. But again, scared. One of you scared. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Sorry, that's maybe because I'm female. I don't know. If you love somebody that much, why are you so scared? I don't understand. Anyways, please give us more clarification for this Mawa Lisa card. Strength and Page of Pentacles, okay? So with the Page of Pentacles, I am getting a sense that this may have to do greatly with finances, okay? This may have to do greatly with his financial situation. Maybe, like I said, maybe you did give him an ultimatum and told him, like, you know what? You really need to find a way to start making more money, okay? And maybe he's working on that. Okay, so that's what I get from the Page of Pentacles. I also get the Page of Pentacles is also about making plans for the future. Okay, putting in the work and making plans for the future. And then also we've got the Strength card, which is about loyalty. It's about self-control. It's about being the bigger person. Okay, so somebody here, I feel like both of you guys may... Okay, it's almost like both of you guys are expecting the other person to be the bigger person and kind of apologize. Okay? It's like both of you guys are expecting the other person to do it. Look, the Emperor. I feel like you expect him to do it because, like, he's the man. He has the power. Like, he should be the one to apologize. But look, again, he's scared. He's scared to come in and apologize and admit that he was wrong and just, you know, admit how much he loves you, how much he misses you. He's scared. I don't know why. That's just weird to me. Yeah, because why is he scared? Because of this. Because you fight and you're strong and you have your defenses up. He does too. You guys do fight. You guys clash. You guys have so much in common that it works well for you on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's too much. You guys, I feel like you guys are a twin flame. You guys are definitely a twin flame connection. Okay? And that's why you're finding it hard to make it work. You guys have so much in common that on the one hand, it's a match made in heaven, but on the other hand, the same things that you have in common are the same things that you guys fight about. Because you also have the same fighting style. And ironically, that's Oya. Okay? I always feel like Oya and Shango are twin flames. It's like they were meant to be with each other. They have so much in common. It's like they're each other's counterpart. He's like the male version of her and vice versa. But yet they always fight. Always fight. It's like, yeah, I feel like that's the connection you guys have. If you guys don't know about Oya and Shango, I might be able to post something for you so that you guys could take a look at their connection. But yeah, they're very much twin flames. Even like I know that Oya and Shango even had to make an agreement to separate. They definitely had to make an agreement to separate from each other because, you know, they loved each other. They had so much in common. They were a great team, but at the same time they fought. So I feel like that's the thing with you guys, and you're both stubborn. And yeah, like the both of you are just waiting for the other person to apologize and be the bigger person. He wants to do it. You expect him to do it. Everybody expects him to do it, but he's scared. Okay? And I also think that also, I don't know if you guys have kids already or if you have, like, you know, I feel maybe he's thinking of becoming a father, but again, that's another thing that scares him. He, like, marriage and commitment and being a father and stuff like that scares him. Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so he wants to move, like somebody's thinking of moving forward and taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, okay? But I was thinking I was going to see 8 of Swords at the bottom of the card, but yeah, we got 10 of Swords. So somebody can't seem to get over how things ended. Okay? But they do want a new beginning in this love, and they want to make it, yeah. So, yeah. All right, please clarify this Tanit card, pleasure. When it comes to what advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides have for them, what does this Tanit card represent? Tanit, pleasure. What does this Tanit card represent in this reading when it comes to what advice do Paltu's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What does this Tanit card mean? Pleasure. Who wants pleasure? Why is pleasure so important in this connection, in this reading? So we've got the Fool, okay, which represents, it could represent naivety, it could represent taking a risk, a leap of faith, a new start, a new adventure, okay, not being afraid, okay, whimsical. Yeah, so I feel like your person wants you to kind of come out of the box. Yep, Chariot, moving forward, moving onward and upward. And Queen of Wands in the reverse. So the Queen of Wands, when she's in the upright, actually both ways, she's sexy both ways. But when it's in the reverse, it's different. So I feel like this is your energy, like you refuse to be sexy for this person. Because you're more thinking about the future. You're thinking about what you want in your future. You want to move onward and upward with the relationship, with the connection. You're not focused on being sexy. Like, you're like, come on, we have all the time in the world for that. We need to focus on this. We need to focus on getting a house. We need to focus on getting married, having children, that kind of thing, you know? And I feel like your person is like the opposite. Like, he wants you to be more sexy. He wants you guys to have fun. You know, he wants you to live a little. That's what I'm hearing. Live a little. Stop being so rigid. Stop being so serious. Okay? Give us more clarification. Again, look, Queen of Wands in the reverse. She wanted to come out. Okay? I'm getting like very strong bully energy. Very forceful. They don't like that. I feel sometimes they do like it. I feel sometimes they do like that part of you. But maybe over time, they've kind of gotten tired of always having that kind of energy. Like always pushing him to do things that maybe he doesn't want to do. And again, with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, it's like you don't support his creativity. I feel like you used to do a lot for him. You used to do a lot for him, but then you stopped doing a lot of the things that you used to do for him, such as like, you know, even little things like packing lunches, you know, something like that, or calling him up and asking him how was his day. You stopped doing certain things. And you started being more nagging, more bitchy, more, you know, yeah. You're focusing very much on you guys' future. You want to move onward and upward in life, okay? And again, I feel like maybe you're thinking about kids. I don't know if you guys have a child together, but I do think like maybe you want more kids, or if you don't have any kids, I think you're thinking about kids. Like you're not playing games anymore. You don't want to play games anymore. You feel, okay, it's time to grow up. We're not kids anymore. Whereas he is still in a very young stage in his life, I guess. Okay. So let's shuffle this deck. The good thing about you guys' reading, Pal 2, is I don't see that there's cheating, which is good. It's just a difference of opinion that caused you guys to separate. You guys are at two different points in your life right now. You really want to move onward and up. You want to make progress in the connection, whereas he kind of wants things to stay the same. He thinks you're rushing him and you're nagging him. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So you both love each other. But again, you guys are putting on the front. You're not acknowledging that you still love this person and vice versa. Sad. Okay, so Spirit, with these cards, please show us what advice do Pal 2's ancestors and spirit guides have for them about this relationship issue that they're in right now. What advice do you have to give to Pal 2 about this situation with their loved one, with their twin flame? What advice do Pal 2's ancestors and spirit guides have for them at this time? Okay, thank you, Spirit. This one says, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful thing life has to offer. Okay? So love who you are. Okay? And then this one You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Ironically, this one was in the reverse. So again, I feel this advice here is for the male. Okay? He needs to realize that, okay, he has big dreams, as I mentioned before. He has big dreams that he wants to pursue. I feel like he's a creative person. I don't know what he does. It could be music, it could be art, but he's a creative person and he wants to follow his dreams at all costs, okay? At all costs. But the reason why this came out in the reverse is because there comes a time where you have to be practical, okay? There comes a time where you have to come back to earth and realize that we're not living in a dream. We're living in a world that has certain expectations of us. We have certain responsibilities that we have to fulfill. And so you can't just pursue your dreams and not think about anything else. You have to, like, because, I mean, take a look at this. It has a unicorn on it, okay? And unicorns don't exist, at least not in today's society, okay? Some people think unicorns are a mythical creature, right? No one knows if they ever truly existed or not. A lot of people think that they never did. They were just a made-up figment of someone's imagination, right? So again, same thing. Like, I just feel like what this is saying to the masculine here who thinks that he can just pursue his dreams at all costs, there comes a time where you really have to come down to earth and you have to be able to separate the real from the fiction, okay? So yeah, basically it says you can do anything you choose, okay? That's very idealistic. It sounds good on paper, but in the real world, we all know that we can't do everything we choose. We can't walk down the street naked in the summertime because we're too hot and we just feel more comfortable without clothes. We can't do that. Okay? In a lot of places around here, it's actually against the law. You know? So I'm talking, like, I mean, that was an extreme example, but I'm just saying, like, you can't walk around thinking that you can do whatever you want, okay? So I feel like the person that you're with, they're highly, I feel like this person is highly idealistic. They dream and they feel like, oh, there's no rules. I can do whatever I want. Like, they're very much just artsy. They're just like that artsy, you know? And their philosophy is probably, yeah, I can do whatever I want. As long as I can conceive it, I can achieve it. Okay, and like I said, that all sounds really good on paper, but it's not facts, okay? A lot of us can conceive many things in our heads, okay? A lot of us can conceive of flying. Okay, but can we actually fly? Is it possible for human beings to fly in the real world? Not really, right? So your person, they need to come down to earth a little bit and they need to start being a little bit more realistic. I'm not saying that they need to give up their dreams completely, but they need to be a little bit more practical with their dreams, okay? And then this one, when it says love who you are divine, delightful and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. So I feel like this one is for you. And I feel like this is speaking to the fact that your person, okay, remember how we were talking about how your person wants you to be more pleasant, they want you to be more sexy, they want you to stop being so serious, stop focusing on your goals, stop focusing on the future. They just want you to be more pleasant, sexy, you know, whimsical, all that. And this is basically saying that you don't have to change anything, okay? I feel like this is saying that you're fine just the way you are, okay? Just because you want a man to propose to you, that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't mean that you need to change what you want, okay? Just because you want to move into a house and start having kids, because like I said, I do feel like you guys have been together for a long time. So it's about time. I feel like this is saying that you're not wrong for wanting what you want. You're not wrong for having standards. You're not wrong for upholding those standards. You're not wrong for being firm. Okay? You're not wrong for giving this person an ultimatum. I feel like that's what it's saying. You know? You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. So yeah, you deserve, if you want to be a wife, you're deserving of that. Okay? I remember coming across, I think it was Steve Harvey who said that. Okay, I think it was Steve Harvey who said, like, he gave the advice to someone in his audience and said, like, you know, you can't just be in a relationship with a man for 5-10 years, no wedding ring, and just letting him take the lead. Because if you let him take the lead, he's going to go on for another 20-30 years without giving you a wedding ring. There comes a time where the woman, if she wants marriage, she has to put her foot down and give the man an ultimatum and say, hey, if you want to do this, let's get it done. If not, then it's time for you to move on, and I will move on too. So I think that this is Spirit's way of saying, like, you're not wrong in wanting what you want. You're not wrong. You deserve to be a wife. You deserve to be a mother. You deserve to move on and live in a nice house instead of a cramped up apartment. Okay? You deserve to have your husband be the breadwinner and not you be the breadwinner. Because maybe that's the case here as well in this situation. That he's just not bringing in enough money. Okay, he can go off and get himself a job, you know, a high-paying job doing something else, but instead he decides to dilly-dally, following his dreams, making little to nothing. Okay, and you're frustrated and you're tired and you want more for yourself. Spirit is saying you're deserving. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay, you're divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things you have to offer, so you don't necessarily have to change for this person. Okay, I feel more so that they are the ones that have to, I don't want to say change for you, but compromise. Okay, bend for you. Okay, because remember, we did see that Emperor card. Okay, I feel like he's the one that has to take control here. He's the one that has to take the power, and he's the one who has to be the bigger person and come in and apologize and make things right. I feel like that's what Spirit's saying there. Okay, this one says, listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. Okay? This could be for you as well. This could be for you. Okay? This could also be for him. I feel like this is for both of you. Okay? I feel like with him, I feel like he listens, but he doesn't hear you. All he hears is nagging, blah, 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 blah. He needs to hear you, actually hear what you're saying. And same thing with you. I feel like you both need to listen to each other. Listen with your heart. Okay, be more empathetic to each other. And then this one, it says, the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Okay, so both of these words have heart in it. So you guys need to start communicating with your heart, okay? Not just with your mind, not just with your words, not just with arguing to try to hurt the person, not just try to win the argument, but listen with your heart. You guys really need to get together and have a heart-to-heart communication. You guys really need to do that, okay? You guys really need to make plans about what you want to do for your future, okay? And really open up. Okay, because it says here there's more going on than meets the eye. So somebody or both of you guys are concealing what's really going on inside. Okay? Don't just go off face value, but reveal everything. You guys really need to get together and have a heart-to-heart. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. Exactly. And what does this one say? Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. That goes for both of you. Okay? Definitely. So yeah, I just feel like both of you guys need to have a heart-to-heart. Okay? You guys need to reveal how both of you guys feel, you know. And yeah, I just feel like, you know, you're not wrong for wanting to be married. You're not wrong for wanting to have kids. You're not wrong for giving this person the ultimatum. But again, like, you just have to remember, you know, this person's also not wrong for having their dreams as well. But I do think that they've let their dreams get out of hand. Okay? Now they're kind of being unrealistic. Okay? And they need to come back down to earth. And yeah. They need to come back down to earth, and they need to let go of the fact that, you know, some things are just not real. Some things are just not meant to be. You can't do anything you choose. Okay? You got to think about the real world where we live. There's rules, there's regulations, there's responsibilities that we all have to live up to, etc. Okay? This person got a little bit too much in their head, and yeah. And it's up to you to bring this person back down to earth. You have to be like their anchor. But when you bring them down to earth, you have to be very gentle. You don't just yank them, okay? It's kind of like waking somebody up from their sleep. Let's say the person's sleepwalking. You know how they say never wake a sleepwalker? Because that could cause like severe, I think, mental issues for them, you know? So, you know, you got to be gentle. Just guide them onto the right path. You got to be gentle. You know, even when you're waking someone up, you know, you can't just, you got to gently wake them up, you know? So, yeah, it's like that. I hope I'm explaining myself properly, pal, too. But yeah, that's the advice that your ancestors and spirit guides have for you guys, okay? They're basically saying that there's a lot of love in this connection. You guys have what it takes to be a power couple. You guys are definitely twin flames. And that's why this connection is really, really hard, okay? Because twin flame connections, it sounds good on paper. Everybody wants to be a twin flame, but it's not easy, okay? It's not easy because you guys have so much in common that, like I said, on the one hand, it's a match made in heaven, but on the other hand, the same things that you guys have in common is the same things that make you guys fight. Reminds me of Oya and Shango. Okay, there's so much alike. She's the goddess of storms. He's the god of thunder. She causes lightning, storms. Like, they complement each other so much, but they always used to fight. They always used to fight. And even in some traditions, some African and Caribbean traditions, I remember when I was small, and whenever there was like thunder and lightning outside, they used to say that's God fighting with his wife. And now that I'm older, I realize that they were talking about Oya and Shango. Okay, the thunder and lightning, that's Oya and Shango fighting. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like you guys have a Oya and Shango connection, and you guys have to find a way to make it work. Okay? He wants you to be a little bit softer. He wants you to be more like Oshun sometimes. Where is she at? Oh my goodness. And it just so happens that Shango did have, you know, a relationship with Oshun. Okay? And that's why she and Oya do not get along. They're like, I don't want to say enemies. I don't want to say enemies, but they are definitely... Sorry, here she is. Here she is. He wants you to be more like Ogun, soft, loving, sensual, okay? Not always this strong, mighty warrior, okay? So you got to remember that, okay? You got to remember that, all right? Not saying that you have to change, because remember, Spirit is saying, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things. So you don't have to change who you are, okay? But I feel that both of you need to compromise. You both need to work with each other. You both need to listen to each other. You both need to come together and have a heart to heart. No yelling, no fighting, no trying to win an argument. Just listen. Just listen. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave the reading for you, Pal 2. I hope I explained myself well with this reading. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you clarity, guidance, and wisdom. If it did, please don't hesitate to give the reading a like. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it if you can join me for more of my upcoming readings in the future. And if you don't want to miss a future reading, don't forget to select the bell notification and click all so that you'll be notified each and every time I post a new reading. That way you won't miss one, okay? So I would love to see you back here to join me again, Pal 2, for my other readings. In the meantime, I wish you guys have a very blessed and beautiful day, and as always, namaste. All right, we are down to our third and final pile, pile 3. All right, so you've chosen the breakthrough oil, okay? And similar to the other ones, this is to remove any type of obstacles that's standing in your way that you need to break through, okay? So we'll see if this relates to your reading today, pile 3. But in the meantime, let's get it started. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm just going to start with the first oracle deck, which is this one here. All right, so spirits. Hold on, let me just split them up first. Okay, and one more. Sorry. Okay. All right, so spirits, please show us with these cards. What advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Okay, so this one says manifest, okay? So there's something that you really want, and your ancestors and spirit guides are encouraging you to manifest. Start doing some spiritual work, perhaps some moon magic. And I'm also getting a sense that maybe you should get in touch with nature more, like go out more, especially moonlight. Work with the energies of the moon, because the moon is known to attract. So anything that you want to manifest, try to work with the energy of the moon. And there's a big giant teapot here. So, you know, maybe you should start drinking teas, okay? Working with herbs, natural herbs, and drinking teas, okay? We have guidance in the reverse. Okay. We have guidance. So I'm thinking there's a sense of confusion here for you. Okay. I'm also getting a sense that like maybe you're alone. Okay. I feel like maybe your world has turned upside down. I also feel like you're missing someone. Okay, and there's confusion. I don't know if I said that already, but there's confusion. I feel like you're alone. I feel like you're missing someone. And for some reason, like I'm getting the phrase like the house is not a home, or something like you don't feel at home anymore. Okay? And then there's this one here. It's dreams in the reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting about this card is that there may be a lot of chaos in your life right now. And I'm also getting a sense that maybe you can't sleep these days. So something is very much on your mind. Okay? Yeah, something is very much on your mind. Maybe you drink too much coffee and you need to make the switch towards tea. Okay? Tea has a little bit less caffeine than coffee, especially herbal teas. I feel like there are a lot of herbal teas out there that don't have any caffeine, so maybe you should start drinking more soothing and relaxing teas to help you calm your mind, calm your energy, and help you get more sleep at night. But with this card, you know, I'm just getting a sense like, you know, maybe things are very chaotic for you in your life right now, and you're finding it hard to sleep and get some rest. Okay? Because there's something that you really, really want. This one says purpose in the reverse. And then caring. Okay? So, purpose. It's perhaps you've lost sense of purpose. So maybe you're depressed. Maybe you're depressed about something. Okay? Hopefully we'll find out what that is. Let's just get into the tarot. And one more. All right. So, Spirit, when it comes to what advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them, please clarify this manifest card. Okay? So we've got King of Pentacles, and we also have the Lovers. Okay? So, again, you're probably thinking about, okay, it depends. It really depends. If I'm speaking to a male, I'm thinking you have money on your mind. You're thinking about money. You're thinking about stability. Okay? You're probably wondering, when is my ship gonna come in? Okay? And with the Lovers card coming up, I know it's called the Lovers, but it usually represents a choice. Okay? A difficult choice. And you basically have to follow your heart when making this choice. Okay? And yeah. So again, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have, this is Judgment. Okay? And Six of Cups. Okay? So perhaps you're missing someone from the past. Okay? This is the Six of Cups card. Perhaps you're missing someone from the past, and with the Judgment card, perhaps you want a second chance. Okay? Judgment could talk about second chances. It could talk about getting a wake-up call. Judgment could also talk about bearing your all. Okay? Giving your all. Okay? So, yeah, I'm just getting a sense that perhaps you're heartbroken. Okay? I'm getting a sense that you're ready now, and I feel that I'm speaking to a male once again. I feel like I'm speaking to a male, and basically you're ready now. Okay? Because Judgment could also talk about like, oh my god. Okay, very much thinking things over, using sound judgment, okay? So basically what I see from this card is that you've had time to think something over. Okay, you used your judgment, you've had time to think it over, and now you want a second chance. You feel like you're ready now. Okay? And it's something about a past love or past commitment. I feel like what it's saying here quite literally is that, you know, you're this King of Pentacles here, and it's like you're ready for a commitment. You're ready to make the choice. And I feel like in the past, you made the wrong choice. Okay? In the past, you were confused, maybe immature, and you made the wrong choice in the past. But now, after thinking things over and using sound judgment, you know, perhaps even receiving some guidance, you're ready to make the right decision. Okay? And you want this person from your past back. So it's like you're manifesting, okay, or trying to, okay? Please give us some clarification for this guidance card in the reverse. What does this guidance card in the reverse signify in this reading when it comes to what advice do your ancestors and spirit guides have for you? This is the moon, okay? So very much you are in need of guidance right now because you're confused, okay? You don't know what to believe. You don't know what's going on. You feel like a whole bunch of different emotions swirling around, and you just don't really know which way to go. Okay? So yes, you are in need of guidance. Okay? And yeah, you're being led by your emotions, but you don't know. I just feel like there's up and down, up and down. There's contradicting emotions. You're being swayed left and right, up and down, because again, you're confused. Okay? There's confusion there. And you don't know quite what to believe. You're perhaps getting mixed signals. Sorry, mixed signals perhaps you're getting. Okay? And again, also someone's lying. Okay? Someone's lying to you, and that's what's causing you to have this confusion. 5 of Wands. Wow. Okay? So yes, there's like competition, fighting, arguments, chaos, not being able to get along. There's conflicts, and then 3 of Swords. Yes, okay? So there is someone in the mix here, okay? There is a third party in the mix here that is really messing things up for you. There's definitely a third party in the mix here that's messing things up for you. And this third party is keeping you confused. Okay? That's why you're getting these mixed signals. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. This third party is planting doubt in your mind. Okay? And you don't know what to believe. This third party, whoever they are, this is like a friend, okay, that you trust. But I'm thinking that you shouldn't trust this friend, because this friend does not have your best interests at heart when it comes to this connection that you want. This friend is low-key hating. Okay? This reminds me of... Okay, I'm gonna explain it. There's this Tory Lanez video. I forgot what the song's called, but it's that one with oh my god, I don't want to sing it. But he used a brownstone sample. Maybe I'm gonna link it in this video because I don't want to sing it right now. But the video, okay, in the video, okay, Tory Lanez has a female friend. Okay, she's just a friend, and they're hanging out and everything like that, and then another girl catches Tori's eye, so he goes after her, and you know, he woos her, and they exchange numbers and everything like that, and then he invites her to like a party, So she goes with him and everything like that. But what ends up happening is his friend, she's just a friend, right? But she gets jealous of seeing Tori with this other girl that he likes. So what she does is she sabotages the whole thing. I forgot how she sabotaged it, but she sabotages the whole thing and makes it so that the girl thinks that Tori stood her up. Okay? And what happens at the end of the video is that Tori ends up leaving with his friend, his female friend, rather than leaving with the girl that he likes. And the girl that he likes is just like looking around for him. So she basically made it so that the communication between him and the girl gets crossed. So basically they kind of miss out on each other, okay? Because his friend, his female friend, she wanted him all along. So of course she's gonna go sabotage any connection that he's in. So that's the energy that I'm getting here, okay? There's a third party that is competing. Okay, and when I see it right under guidance here, I'm getting the sense that you confide in her, you look to her for some kind of guidance, and she's been misguiding you. Okay, she's been misguiding you to keep you guys apart, to make sure there's confusion. Okay, miscommunication, mixed signals, as I said, because she wants you, okay, and she doesn't want you to be with this person. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So I'm gonna link that video just so you can see it. All right, some of you may not be Tory Lanez fans but like I said, it's just the video that I want you guys to see. And you know, it's not even the song's not about that, but the video it's the video that you have to look at. Okay, anyways, so yeah, there's someone in the mix here that wants you to choose them instead of the one that you actually love. Okay? Alright, please clarify this dreams card in the reverse. Okay, this looks like it wanted to come out. 5 of Swords. Yep. 5 of Swords. That same person is creating conflict in your connection so that you don't end up with the woman of your dreams. Okay? That same person is creating conflict in your connection so that you will walk away, or that she will walk away from you. But there's conflict, there's mistrust in that connection, there's fighting, arguments, all that. Okay? Please give us some more clarification. Yep. 3 of Swords. It's that same, that third party who keeps putting her opinions, her unwanted opinions into your relationship, kind of telling you what to do here. She's like speaking in your ear. Okay? We also have the World here, or sorry, the Wheel of Fortune here. This is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's interesting. If you look at this Wheel of Fortune, we see here this winged creature is trying to climb up the wheel, and this I think it's a sphinx or something like that. It's like trying to like keep it down, keep it from getting up on the wheel. So that's what this third party is doing. Okay, she's actually a karmic. Okay, and she doesn't want you to fulfill your destiny. Okay, she doesn't want you to end up with the person you love. So what she does every time she sees you guys, you know, making it or overcoming something, she uses her spear and she kind of like brings you down. So it's up to you to overcome her attacks. Okay, that's what I see there. And then yes, we got strength. Yep, so you have to be strong because again, there she is. Okay, trying to control the beast. Okay, not saying that you're a beast, but she's trying to control the narrative as to what happens in this connection, because she doesn't want you to end up with the woman of your dreams. Okay, she wants to be the woman of your dreams. Look, burdens, 10 of Wands, burdens, stress, okay? And then 9 of Swords, overthinking, anxiety, sleepless nights. I remember I did say that probably you're having trouble sleeping, okay? So yeah, she's the cause of it. And I do believe that this third party, she uses magic. I do believe that she's a magician here. I'll be right back. One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that, pal 3. Just needed to take a little brief bathroom break, okay? So yes, there is a third party, okay, as we can see from this card, okay? I feel like she's a friend of yours, okay? But she wants you, okay? I don't think that you want her. Somehow I'm getting a sense that maybe you chose her in the past. Maybe she's an ex of yours, and maybe you guys remained friends. But what you don't know is she is trying to sabotage the relationship with the lady that you want to choose. The lady that you want to commit to, and you want to give her everything. Like you want to shower her with gifts, you know? But yeah, this third party, whoever she is, she's like a friend of yours. She's sabotaging this whole connection between you and your destiny. Okay? You and your soulmate, your destiny. She's trying to control everything, okay? So, beware of that. And I do feel that she's using magic, and she's also like I said, with the guidance in the reverse, she's like giving you advice. And I feel that where the magic comes in is that she is she makes you very submissive to what she says. Okay? She very much makes you very submissive to what she says. Okay? That's where the magic comes in. So she'll use magic on you one night to say, okay, you know, I'm just using this as an example to make you very submissive, to make you do like kind of like a do what I say or whatever, right? And then the next day when she sees you, she'll tell you something, you know, something to do or not to do in your connection, right? And then you just do it. Okay, so beware of her for sure. All right, let's get into the other oracle card. And one more. Okay. All right. So, Spirit, with these cards, please show us what advice do Pal 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? What advice do Pal 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them regarding this issue here? So it seems like Pal 3 has someone that he really wants, because I think Pal 3 is a man, and there's someone that he really wants, someone that he feels like he should have chosen, but he didn't. Okay, and now he's ready. He's ready to make that commitment, but still something's keeping him back. Okay, so there are 4 cards here. I'm wondering if I should take them. I don't know. I'm not going to take them. Sorry. Let's continue. I need to know for sure. If I'm not sure, I'm not going to do it. All right. So what advice do Pal 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them regarding this issue of love? What advice do you have for them, ancestors and spirit guides? Please let us know. What advice do you have for our Pal 3 viewers? Ancestors and spirit guides, come through for Pal 3. What advice do you have for them regarding this issue? Telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading, okay? And it's so interesting how these 2 mermaids are in the shape of a heart, okay? So basically what this is saying is that even though you're apart from your lover, you're apart from the person you love, you guys are still connected, okay? And basically, you need to trust in your intuition, and you have to go within. You have to start feeling this person. Okay? And the reason why I think this card came up is because this other woman here, the third party, she's watching you. She's watching everything you do. Okay? Just like that Tory Lanez video. Just like that Tory Lanez video. When he went off to talk to the girl that he likes, this other girl, his friend, she was watching them the whole time. So she knew both of their moves. And after he was finished talking to the girl that he likes, he went over to his group of friends, and she was there because she's his friend. And he told her, oh yeah, we're going to da 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 da. He told her everything. So she knew. All right? So basically, you kind of have to move in silence. Okay? You kind of have to move in silence. You have to use your heart. You have to use nonverbal communication. Okay? Mind reading. You have to just basically, you know, just go within and start feeling your lover, kind of. Do you know what I mean? This one says endurance. It says keep going in the reverse. Okay? So don't give up. All right? And then this one says beauty, grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. Okay? So you're definitely missing her beauty. Okay? And yeah, you do feel like giving up because, again, this third party is making it hard for you. She's making you think that you guys don't have a chance. Okay? Please give us, actually, please let us know. What other advice do Pal 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them regarding this issue? What advice do you have for Pal 3, spirit guides, and ancestors? What advice do you have for Pal 3 regarding this issue? Okay, I don't know. It's like nothing else wants to come out. But basically what I see from that card there, the telepathy card, is move in silence. Okay? Don't reveal to her, you know, your friend, whoever the third party is, don't reveal to her your next moves. Okay? Don't, because another thing that I'm getting here is yeah, I'm thinking that maybe she checks your phone. Okay, so even if you send a message to this girl, she might see it and do something to try to sabotage it. So just move in silence. That's what I see from that card there. Just move in silence and go within. Okay, go within. Okay, this one says visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out of body travel. Yep. So another one to go within, because this girl, this third party, she's doing a lot of moon magic. Okay, a lot of manipulation. Okay, she's even manipulating your dreams. Okay, so you gotta beware. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. I just said she's even manipulating your dreams, and this is at the bottom of the deck. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. Yep, so she's influencing your dream. Perhaps she's like appearing in your dreams to tell you things in your dreams. Because a lot of people, you know, a lot of people claim not to be spiritual or whatever, or they claim not to be superstitious, but they would listen to their dreams. If something comes to them clearly in their dream, they're going to heed that, okay? And then this one says energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. Okay, so this third party, she seems like she's very powerful. Okay, so I do believe that you're under a lot of attack. This one wanted to come out. Energy field adjustment, aura cleansing and health. Okay? So you may need to work on some aura cleansing and work on your health as well. She could be attacking your health. This one says Atlantis, rapid development, excellent success. So yeah, she doesn't want your relationship with this other person to develop. She doesn't want it to be successful. She doesn't want it to rise. She just wants to destroy it. Okay? Alright, so please clarify this telepathy card for us. What does this telepathy card mean in this reading when it comes to what advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Three of Swords. Yep. So definitely you have to move in silence around this third party, okay? She hears everything. She sees everything. She buds herself in to your connection. So, yeah, she's just right there in the middle of the two of you, okay? So, you just have to, like, just stop telling her things. Move in silence. Be very sneaky, okay? I know I don't usually promote being sneaky, but you kind of do have to be sneaky like a fox here. Foxes are known to be sneaky, and no wonder they used a fox. Okay? You gotta be sneaky like a fox. Okay? Because this girl, I believe that she goes into your phone, checks who you've been talking to, checks what you say. You gotta be very, very sneaky with this third party here, because she's there to try to keep you guys apart. Okay? This is the Hermit. So with this card, you gotta use discernment. You gotta think before you act. Okay? Definitely act slowly. Think first before you act around her, because she's clever. Okay? Five of Swords. Yep. She is creating conflict, drama, argument. She's also telling lies. Okay? So beware of that. You can't trust this girl. You cannot trust her. Okay? She wants you to be alone as well. She doesn't want you to be with this person that you love. So you got to beware. Okay? We've got 10 of Wands here, which again is burden, stress, you know, not being able to handle responsibilities, and 4 of Wands. Okay, so she's making it a burden for you to reunite with this person. Okay? She's making it burdensome. She's probably telling you that the other girl doesn't want you. Yeah, she's telling you that you should move on. Things like that. Okay? Yep, the Fool. Yep, she's telling you to move on, start a new adventure, take a leap of faith, move on without her. 8 of Cups, yep, walk away. Walk away from her. Yeah, I know you love her, but it's not worth it. Go on and find someone else. Okay, there's plenty of fish in the sea. She's telling you things like that. Feeding your mind with all these things. But before she tells you these things, she does her spells to make sure that her words really, really penetrate and that you listen to her words, okay? So you can't tell this girl anything. Don't tell her what you intend. Don't tell her what you want to do. Do not tell her anything. Just move in silence and don't believe anything that she says, because she's a liar and she's a manipulator, okay? Please clarify this Visions card. What does this Visions card represent in this reading when it comes to what advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Judgment. Okay? Judgment. Use your sound judgment. Again, think. Okay? Because I feel like this person, she's very knowledgeable in the occult and in magic, and she's very sneaky and very clever. Out of your body travel. This is Anpu. This is the god, god of the underworld, or god of the dead, and he's taking this man to the underworld. I'm thinking, okay, you guys, okay, you want a second chance with the person that you love. She wants it to be over. And what I see here, I see that Anpu is, or Anubis, the Greeks call him Anubis, but his name is Anpu, and he's carrying this person. This person is, you know, someone who has died. They're crossing over into the other world. The underworld is what they call it. Okay, he's crossing over, but you see Anpu has him by the hand. This man is going like that. I don't know if he's saying, no, don't take me, you know. But yeah, she's very much manipulating you. Very much so. Okay, she's like leading you. And she does have some kind of authority over you, for sure. She's forceful. You want a second chance. You want to stay, but she wants you to go. Like, no, come with me, come with me. You have to come with me. Kind of that. And you're like, no, no. Nine of Swords. Anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, overthinking, PTSD, etc. She's like feeding your mind with all these things. She's like telling you that, oh, she doesn't want to be with you. Kind of thing. Like she's making you stressed out. Okay? She's making it hard for you to follow your heart. Because she knows what you want. She knows that you want to be with this girl that you love. But she's making it hard for you to go back. Okay? She's feeding your mind with all these thoughts. Making you second guess yourself. Making you fearful as well. Wow. Okay. Please give us more clarification for this Visions card in the reverse. It says psychic image, clairvoyance, seeing, out of body travel. What is this card referring to in this reading? Three of Cups. Yep. This is the third party. Okay? She's a friend of yours. I mean, you see her as just a friend, but obviously she wants more. Six of Wands. Yep. You would make her very, very happy if she had you. She wants you to notice her. She wants you to notice her and view her as more than just a friend. Okay, let's move on. Please clarify this energy field adjustment card. It says aura cleansing and health. What is this card referring to in this reading? We're asking, what do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides, what advice do they have for them? This is the King of Cups. So with this card, I'm just getting a sense that you need to follow your heart. Okay, and again, with the King of Cups, you know, kind of move in silence. Because the King of Cups can sometimes be, although he's a very loving man and he's not afraid to show his emotions, but sometimes he could also bury his emotions deep down inside, kind of like Scorpio vibes. So I do think that you have to listen to your intuition, follow your heart, but you have to, like, around this girl, you really have to move in silence, okay? Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about working on something. Please give us more clarification for this energy field adjustment card. What does this card mean in this reading? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups speaks about indecision. It speaks about having so many different options that you don't know which way to go. So that's something that you definitely need to adjust. Okay? Because people can sense that on you. Okay, you may try to lie to people and hide and try to say, oh, you know, I'm a one-woman man, I'm not seeing anybody else. But a lot of people can sense that from your aura. So you do have to cleanse your aura. Cleanse your aura from all these different romantic options that you have that's keeping you confused and indecisive. You have to cleanse them from your aura, meaning to get rid of them like permanently. Actually close things off with them. Five of Pentacles. This is loneliness, abandonment. This is having financial stress and worries, okay? And then the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so the Queen of Swords, you can't play with her. Okay? You can't lie to her. She knows. She knows. That sword in her hand, it's a lie detector. Okay? So yeah, I do think that you're going to have to cleanse your aura, because on the one hand, you're telling her that you love her, but on the other hand, you have all these other romantic options laying around, and she can sense that. She can sense that. She's like, "Hey, stop bullshitting me, buddy. You think I'm stupid?" Okay? So yeah, I just feel like this Queen of Swords, she probably kicked you out to the curb. And that's why you're feeling so alone, you're in despair, you're even suffering financially right now, because you tried to lie and run game on her. And she knows. Okay? She knows there's other romantic options laying around that you haven't permanently closed things off with. Okay? So you have to adjust your energy field. You have to cleanse your aura before you go back to her. Because she ain't stupid. One thing intelligent people, I should just say intelligent people, not just women. Intelligent people don't like it when your lies are so obvious that it's like it's almost like you think they're stupid. Like they can see right through you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like an insult. It makes them more mad. So just don't do it. Make sure you have your shit together, you know, before you even go to her. All right? So please let us know with these cards, what advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Brazen. Okay, Satira, Brazen. Okay, so I feel that this is, you know, honest communication. You gotta be bold, okay? And you have to speak honestly to this woman that you want. And something's telling me you gotta do it quickly as well. Be brazen, okay? Don't be afraid, okay? Because this third party is there. She's planting all these doubts in your head to slow you down, and to make you fearful of going to the one that you love. But you need to drop all that. You need to have faith in yourself. Be optimistic. Be brazen and be bold, okay? And I feel like you gotta do it quickly, okay? Your Maya awakening, okay? It's time for you to wake up and claim what's yours. And Sashi, grounding. Yeah, it's time for you to go back home where you belong. You don't belong out in the cold. Okay? You belong at home with your girl, cuddling. Okay? This is very, yeah, your Empress. You belong with your Empress. Okay? Definitely. Alright, please let us know what more advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for Pile 3? Oshun, fearless love. Yep, same thing as Brazen. You gotta be fearless, okay? You gotta be fearless and release that. Release all the fear that this other woman has been planting in your head to stop you from going to the one you love. Gang Sarah, resistance. So yeah, this third party is really trying to stop you from going back home where you belong, going back to your love. She's been planting these ideas into your head, these lies, and really you got to start fighting back and you got to resist. She has you under a lot of magic, okay? Sacred lust and celestial alignment. So I feel from both of these cards, I feel that you're afraid that this woman, she would not, like you're afraid that she won't take you back. But what I'm seeing here, I mean, take a look at both of their stances. They both have their open arms. Both arms open. So I feel like that's saying that, like, you're so afraid that she won't accept you back, but on the contrary, I feel like she will accept you with open arms. Okay? I feel like she will accept you with open arms and a smile on her face. Okay? But you're afraid that she won't, because I think that the third party has been like lying to you. I don't know what lie she's been telling you, but she's been lying to you. She's probably telling you, oh, she doesn't want you anymore. Oh, she's already moved on. You know? Radical rebirth. You gotta be strong. Okay? Don't be afraid. You're afraid of going back to where you belong. But, snap out of it. Okay? So, please give us some clarification for this Brazen card. What does this Brazen card represent in this reading when it comes to what advice? Okay, so 3 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. This is the Strength card. Is it the Strength card? Yes, this is the Strength card, I believe. Or is this Justice? Okay, sorry. And then we have, this is Temperance. Okay? So this 3 of Swords, sorry, the third party is keeping you apart. She's keeping you apart from your lover, from the person that you love, because she wants you all to herself. Okay? Now, I'm going to take a look to see what this is. I'm not sure if this is Strength or if this is Justice, because I know that they switched. Yes, this is actually the Justice card. And this is Temperance. So, yeah, basically this the third party sorry, she's keeping you apart from your lover because she wants you all to herself. She's very jealous. She's also very possessive over you. Okay? But with the Justice card and the Temperance card, definitely things will work out in your favor, because what I'm seeing here is that this is a divine love. You guys are soulmate. But you need to have some patience. And you need to work on healing. And also I'm getting that with the Temperance card, you're going to find the strength. Okay, both of these cards. This also looks like the Strength card as well. But you're going to find the strength, the emotional strength that you need to make your move. Okay? And you're going to need it because this girl has you under so much magic. You're going to get a new opportunity to make an offer. Okay? And when you do, you have to jump on it. Look, this is the Sun card. Okay? Yes, things are going to work out for this new opportunity. So, yeah. With this Brazen card, it's kind of like you have to fight back. Spiritually, you have to fight back. Because she's doing everything in her power to keep you. She wants to keep you separated from your lover. And, yeah, she wants to keep you, like, imbalanced. Emotionally imbalanced. Okay? But there's going to be a new opportunity. You're going to be given a new opportunity to make an offer to your lover. And I feel like she will gladly accept. Okay? Please clarify this Oshun card. Okay, so this is 6 of Cups and 10 of Swords. Oh, wait, let me see. Six of Cups, 10 of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like the reason why you're so afraid to go back is because I feel like you betrayed her. You perhaps stabbed her in the back and you feel really terrible about it. And you don't know if she's forgiven you or not. But with the 6 of Cups coming out in the upright, I feel like she has. I feel like she'll be happy to see you. And with the 10 of Swords coming out in the reverse, it's like she's already started to heal. Okay, she's already started to move on from the pain. See the Sun? And then, yeah. So, yeah, she's already started to heal. So, don't listen to this third party and thinking, you really think she's going to take you back? That's what the third party's telling you. You really think she's going to take you back? Hell no. After what you did to her, she's planting all these fears into your head, all these lies to keep you separated because she wants you to herself. So beware, okay? Don't listen to her. Because the truth of the matter is, your real love, she will be happy to see you because she's already started healing. Okay? Please clarify this Oshun card for us. What does this Oshun card represent? So we've got Queen of Cups, exactly. Okay? So the woman of your dreams, the woman that you love, she's already started to heal. And she's also a very gentle, kind, nurturing, loving woman. She's capable of unconditional love. So she's already started healing. I feel like she will happily accept your offer. Okay? Yep, Ace of Swords. Okay, this is a new beginning. Okay? I feel like, again, there's going to be an opportunity for you guys to communicate with each other, for you guys to have a chat, talk to each other. Okay? Because one of you or both of you have figured something out about this connection. 5 of Swords. Again, 5 of Swords represents conflict. Feeling like walking away, arguments, not being able to trust each other. So what I see here is perhaps the woman of your dream, the woman you love, perhaps she figured out, she learned the truth about where all of the conflict has been coming from in the connection. And that's why she's willing to forgive you. Okay? That's what I'm seeing there. This woman here, she's a Queen of Cups. Gentle, nurturing, kind, loving, water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. These people are capable of unconditional love. Meaning that they're very forgiving. Okay? intuitive as well. Psychic, intuitive energies. But anyways, I feel like she's figured out the truth as to where the conflict has been coming from in your connection. And I feel like that's why she'll be more willing to forgive you. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Wands. Okay? 4 of Wands. Yeah. So I feel like she'll be able to accept you, because she knows where all the conflict has been coming from in the connection. And I do feel that she wants you back, and I do feel that she will welcome you with open arms, contrary to what you believe, contrary to what you've been told by this third party. Okay? Please clarify this Katesh Sacred Lust card. Yeah, this, the third party has also been telling you that your girl, the one that you love, she's been telling you that she's already moved on. Okay? So we've got, again, the wheel. And what I remember from the wheel, remember, she's there. Every time things are going well for you guys, she's there to try to push you back down. Okay? She's putting doubt into your mind. She's making it hard for you guys for you to fulfill your destiny, to be with this woman, okay? And then we have the Hierophant. Yep. We have the Hierophant. We've got Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Swords, and 5 of Wands. Yeah. So she's been planting in your head that your woman has 2 guys that are fighting over her. Yeah. She's saying that the girl that you love, okay? Okay, the third party is telling you that the girl that you love has already moved on. She has 2 men fighting over her, okay? 2 men that are willing to come to her and basically bear their love, confess their love to her, okay? These 2 men are basically fighting over her. One of them, or maybe both of them, have like proposed marriage, or proposed a relationship, a serious relationship, okay? And she's doing all this, she's telling you all this as a way to not get you to basically go after her, okay? To keep you down. Yeah, so you see Katesh here with her 2 men. That's what she's telling you. I feel like she may be telling you that, oh, she doesn't want you. She's already moved on. She's got 2 men that she's dating right now. Both of them have professed their love to her. Both of them have given her an offer to, be in a serious commitment. Right? So, oh, you've got some competition. Okay? And she's doing all of this, like I said, to discourage you. To discourage you from... Yes, okay, so yeah, she's telling you these lies to discourage you from going towards, to keep you down from going towards your destiny, okay? 6 of Swords, okay? She's telling you that this woman has moved on, okay? And she wants you to move on as well too. Knight of Cups, because she wants to date you. She wants you all to herself. She's trying to stop you from going towards the woman of your dreams, your destiny, okay? She's planting all these lies in your head, okay? Please clarify this Inkosazana celestial alignment. What does this card represent in this reading when it comes to what advice do Pal 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them right now? What does this Inkosazana celestial alignment card represent? So we have the Star, okay? So this is definitely have faith, be optimistic, don't be afraid. Okay, she's keeping you afraid of being with this woman, okay? 2 of Swords. This is Page of Cups, honest communication, and 3 of Wands. So with the Two of Cups, sorry, Two of Swords, I'm getting a sense that, you know, you guys are not, I mean, you and the person that you love are not in communication right now. Okay, you may feel like it's kind of like a standoff. Okay, but have faith. Okay, and when you do speak to her honestly. And also, you know, with the Page of Cups, just let her know that you care. Like, basically speak honestly about your feelings. Okay? And when you do that, definitely there's going to be growth and progress in that connection. Yeah, this third party is trying to keep you stuck, keep you from going forward, but you have to be very optimistic. You have to have faith. And when you speak to your lover, don't lie. Make sure you don't lie. And also make sure that you don't pretend or wear masks. You just got to be yourself, be real, especially about your feelings. And I do feel that when you do that, that's gonna it's gonna definitely bring progress in the connection. Okay, this is once again the Hermit. So again, this is a sign to kind of think before you act. Think before you act, because you really don't want to mess things up. Okay, take some time out to think. Take some time out to also be alone and heal. Be single and heal. Okay? Because remember, she may be a Queen of Cups. She may be loving, caring, nurturing, but she's also Queen of Swords. Okay? So this is the King of Cups. Nine of Swords. Two of Pentacles. And King of Wands. Okay, so basically what that's saying is, I mean, with the Nine of Swords, you are very scared, you're anxious, you're overthinking, you know, you're not sure what to believe. Sorry, one moment. Okay, so yeah, you're not sure what to believe. This is the Emperor. And this is Death. Once again, this is Anpu. So again, these two, although there's two different kings here, they both represent the same person. This talks about someone who is emotionally intelligent, very loving, kind, intuitive, etc. This is a passionate man who sets goals, very bold, you know, very attractive. But with the Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, you may be worrying about your finances and worrying about your station in life. Yeah, you need to heal, definitely. again, this is the Emperor, so that usually represents, you know, a powerful man who has things going for himself. 5 of Cups, yeah. So you want a new beginning. You want to transform this connection. I'm also getting a sense that you may be a bit scared or worried that, you know, that you may be scared and a bit worried that she is in fact seeing 2 different men. She's probably, like, you are worried that she's seeing other people. Okay? And you feel that what would give you the upper hand is if you know, work on your finances and you develop yourself into a powerful man, such as an emperor. So you want time to get that done. But again, you don't know if you have time. Okay? Sorry. All right. And let's get into our final oracle deck to find out what advice do your ancestors and spirit guides have for you when it comes to this situation. Okay, so Spirit, please let us know, what advice do you have for Pile 3 when it comes to this situation? What advice what advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them when it comes to this situation here? What advice do you have for Pile 3 when it comes to this situation? Okay, wanted to come out, but it didn't. Okay. What advice do Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them? Says love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Exactly. Don't lose faith. Don't give up and lose faith. Just because someone's whispering in your ear, telling you lies, you have to know who the person is that you fell in love with, okay? Does she seem like someone who's going to go off and date 2 different men and be like this? Okay, this is what this third party has you believing, that she's actually going off, she's dating 2 different guys, and these 2 different guys have already asked her to be with them, and blah, 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 blah. You have to know, like, you have to know who you fell in love with, and don't lose faith in the love. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So yeah, you got to keep going. Don't give up. Work through the challenges. Don't believe every little lie that this third party keeps telling you. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. Exactly. Okay? You got to express your love through actions. Be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. Okay? So yeah, you have to express love. Okay? To your woman. You have to express love to her. Don't lose faith. Don't be listening to everything that this third party keeps telling you. This one says, embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. And then receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Okay, so maybe she has something for you too. Okay, whatever she has for you, accept it gracefully. Even if it's something cold. Okay? Even if she tells you something cold, accept it gracefully, and yeah, don't start an argument. But yeah, embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. So yeah, don't believe everything that this third party is saying. She's trying to sabotage your connection. Actions speak loudly again. That one really wanted to come out. Express your love through actions. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. This is much needed in the connection. Okay, this is much needed. Don't be afraid to call her up and be like, hey, you want to go out? You want to go to a park somewhere where we can sit and talk? You know? Gotta spend some quality time, get to know each other again. Okay, because this third party has wedged a distance between you guys. Okay, and starts messing with your head. It says romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Okay, so yeah, you have to go in there, you gotta swoop in, and you just gotta put your romance game on. Okay, and have faith. Don't listen to these lies that the third party says. Okay, rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break, okay? So this is to assure you that you guys are just on a break right now, okay? I feel like you and your lover are going to get back together, okay? But you definitely have to put in the work. You have to show her how you feel, okay? Actions speak louder than words. Show her how much romance you have in your heart for her. And, yeah, express your love. Okay, let's see what else the tarot has to say. Oops, we've got, oh, I was shuffling them wrong. Sorry, my bad. Okay, what advice does Pile 3's ancestors and spirit guides have for them regarding this situation? What last advice does Pile 3's? So we've got Three of Swords, King of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, you guys are in a separation right now. You guys are in a separation. You're heartbroken, you're alone, etc. But you still have love. Okay, you still have love. You still think about the person. You may even be sad and lonely, crying, etc. Okay, Nine of Swords, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of stressing, a lot of overthinking. But with the Ten of Swords coming out in the reverse, there's healing. Okay, so all those tears that you've been shedding, it's helping you heal. Okay, so, and yes, you do need to heal before you go back to her so that you can have a clear head and not be so reactive and overly emotional, you know? So yeah, you do need to give yourself time to heal, and you are healing. But you do need to separate yourself from the third party. Okay? Definitely. Separate yourself from the third party, and when you do approach your lover, you need to do so truthfully, and you need to be sure about what you're, about what you want. Exactly. And with the Queen of Cups coming out right underneath that, she will definitely accept you with open arms. Okay, and she will definitely forgive you. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to stress. As long as you're honest, and as long as you know what you want, you're determined and you know what you want, you're going to get it. Okay? Just give the situation time to heal. And don't fret so much. Don't worry. Okay? And yes, separate yourself from this third party because she's put a wedge in the connection. Okay, to make you feel lack of confidence, to make you feel scared, all that stuff. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give the video a like. Please also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, as I would love to see you back here to join me for more of my upcoming readings. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell notification and select all so that you will be notified each and every time I post a new reading. That way you won't miss a single one. Okay, so I hope to see you here on my channel next time I post a reading for you, Pal 3. And in the meantime, until I see you again, have yourselves a very blessed and beautiful day. And namaste.